by the slimmest of margins. Force game number 5 on Saturday night.
Staying alive, the Monsters extend the Hershey Bears stay in Cleveland with a 3-2 win Thursday.
I believe and our team believes we can beat anybody in one game. And that's what we talked about tonight. And it's great, get rewarded.
Bears players and coaches were disappointed with their effort.
We weren't ready for the first period or the second period, so we got what we deserve.
Hockey's a 60-minute game. You can't only play the third period. You can't only play 20 minutes of a 60 and expect to win. It's bottom line. You guys have to prepare themselves because now we open up the door for them.
Tonight, the Bears with a chance to flip the script and punch their ticket back to the Calder Cup Finals. It's Hershey and Cleveland, Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals, right now on Fox 43.
They score! The Bears have done it! They are Calder Cup champions!
We are back at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland, Ohio. A Saturday night packed house expected here this evening. Monsters fans hoping to see their team extend the season even farther. Bears fans want to see some hardware on the ice and celebrating after Game 5 is over. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hershey Bears Playoff Hockey. I'm Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski. The Bears unable to secure the Canning Trophy on Thursday night. They get a second chance this evening, and no one on the team was happy with the effort, including defenseman Vinny Iorio.
We came out, we were a bit flat, and they recognized that and they pounced right away and they got an early goal. And I think just from then on we were backtracking a little bit, but for us, just to continue to play the way we play strong, play fast, play hard.
Well, the Monsters felt they were the ones who played hard in Game 4. Center Jun.08, who had the game-winning goal, says they've been doing good work all series, despite the results.
For us, it's coming out here having fun. It sounds funny being down 3-0, but I think I've done a lot of really great things all series. So it's to keep doing that, tighten up the discipline, and just play for each other. 3
of the 4 games in this series have been decided by 1 goal. 2 of them went to overtime. How can the Bears make sure they end up on the right side? Well, let's send it to the guys calling the action. The voice of the Bears, Zach Fish, and former Bears captain Garrett Mitchell.
Thank you very much, Todd. Game 5, Eastern Conference Finals coming up here from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. The Hershey Bears couldn't get it done in game number 4 to end this series. They knew Cleveland was going to push, Garrett. They brought their best effort, and the Monsters walk away with the victory. But the Bears thought, what, they got what they deserved. They didn't like their game in the first 40.
Yeah, and I think, when you're trying to play catch-up, especially at this point in the playoffs, it's tough to, you spot a team a little bit. I know Todd Nelson talked about not liking his first 40. We heard what Jamie Huntington did have to say about the first 40, so I think they'll be ready to go here tonight.
Ready to go here tonight. They will have Ethan Frank in the lineup. He had left game number 4 early. He will play, as will Henrik Grabinski. So reinforcements up front for Hershey as we look at our window of opportunity, sponsored by Renewal by Anderson. For the better way to a better window. The Bears want a quicker start here today. They didn't think they were ready to go in game number 4. That is key for Hershey, as well as a complete 60-minute effort. That starts right from the get-go, as the Bears want to make sure they bring it tonight, seize this opportunity. They don't want to play Game 6 at home on Monday.
No, exactly, Zach. Todd Nelson talked about playing fast, and it's, get the puck moving through transition. Don't allow them time to set up, and I'd like to see them a little bit better on the forecheck and really dictate the pace in the offensive zone. They're a pretty tough team to play with when they're going offensively.
Cleveland's fourth line particularly has brought it. Jet Greaves will do all he can to keep them in this series and force a Game 6 back in Hershey. They're still in control with the 3-1 series lead, but looking to close it out tonight, punch their ticket to the Calder Cup Finals. We'll have the play-by-play coming up, so stay with us. But for now, let's send it back to Fox 43.
Goals per game and goals against. Let's see if they can keep that going tonight in Game 5 and close this thing out. Coming up next, it's puck drop for Game 5 here in Cleveland. Hershey Bears playoff hockey.
When we started this company, who take pride in their work, providing a level of service that you just don't see anymore. Since 1979, Crop Metcalf has been home of the 5-star technician. Right now, call or go online and see what real customer service means.
It all starts with a Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Let's hear it one more time for Lauren Lanzaretta.
The first period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Members First Federal Credit Union.
A look at Cleveland's Flats neighborhood on the banks of the Cuyahoga River. Second half of the 19th century, this area packed with iron furnaces, shipyards, and factories. Revitalization starting 2010 to turn into what you see here today in the Flats. Not far at all from there, Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, our site tonight for Game 5, Eastern Conference Finals. Zach Fish, Garrett Mitchell with you here alongside Todd Sadowski as Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse has the fans filing in and ready to cheer their Monsters to a Game 6. The Bears will look to play spoiler and advance to the Calder Cup Finals with the win here today. Let's take a look at our starting goaltenders for this evening's game. As they get set to drop the puck in Cleveland, the Bears will turn to Hunter Shepard between the pipes with a 9-2 record. Shepard has a .195 goals against average and a .92.5 save percentage. We swear, Garrett, he's somewhere there in the darkness, getting ready to go for this one tonight. On the other side, they're going to have to try to beat Jet Greaves. A little bit more light on his side. 6-4 with the .230 goals against average, but the Bears have been able to beat him quite a bit in this series. He had his best performance in the playoffs against Hershey last game.
Yeah, he did, and I think that's kind of the mindset of the Bears right now. Is we might have seen their best. We know that we didn't play our best. So go out and play that game and get pucks on Greaves. We've seen the Bears been able to beat them. So it's something for them just to stick with it.
Bears know that they have more to offer than they offered in game number 4. They felt like it was a missed opportunity, but it is difficult to close out a series. We saw Coachella Valley lose trying to sweep a series, especially when you're on the opponent's ice. But I think Hershey knows the gravity of the situation. The door is opened a little bit for the Cleveland Monsters. They don't want that door to creak even further open and have to play Monday at Giant Center.
Yeah, no, they don't. This is a huge game for the Bears, but they understand the situation. They've been through it before. Obviously last year, and been able to throw together a response game. So I don't think that's going to be any different here tonight. And look for the Bears to set the pace early on. I think it's going to be a physical one here tonight.
Stephen Hemp and Justin Kia are your referees. Mitchell Hunt and Ryan Jackson are on the lines for tonight's game. Fans are waving their rally towels. They are making noise. Hershey knows they want to come in and play spoiler. The motto from Trent Vogelhuber is be good. Up until that first media timeout set the tone. Hershey wants to spoil the party. A chance to advance to the Calder Cup Finals on the line. Puck is down. We're underway in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Hershey leads the best-of-7 series, 3-1. Dylan McElrath in the offensive zone with Hershey in their white sweaters, chocolate and cream accents. Cleveland in their black jerseys with blue and gold accents. New sweaters this year. They break to Sweater. Center, over to Sean with it. Over the blue line in the right wing. First save of the game goes to Hunter Shepard on a Sean, who scored in game number 4. Kick that puck out. Shepard to the corners. Cleveland's on it. The offensive zone, and Riley Sutter throwing his weight around. And the puck chipped up the boards to the far side where Rabinski looking to find it. McElrath will take it instead. Hardy Hamanaktel is hopping onto the ice right now. You heard Todd Nelson say in our pregame radio interview, if you joined us early, that Hamanaktel was a game-time decision. He is in tonight. Joe Snidely with it over the blue line, will backhand it in. Ethan Frank is also in. He goes hard into the boards. The defenseman fell down. That was Jakob Zuboril. And Logan Dane back at center will get the puck to Hamanaktel. 1 minute, 5 seconds in. Frank tried to pass it across. Heads up. That goes up and out of play. And we mentioned a couple guys that are in now for the players that are not playing. A look at tonight's scratches sponsored by Evergreen Brewing and their Juicy IPA. Lucas Johansson, Pierrick Dubé, and Aaron Ness still all injured. Meanwhile, the same injured group for Cleveland on the other side. But good news for Ness that it doesn't appear to be something that is going to keep him out long term, as he did get on the ice this morning, according to head coach Todd Nelson.
Yeah, and I think he's a guy, he's give him one more day, and I think, as the series goes on, or as the playoffs go on, I should say, he's going to be a guy that's going to be in the lineup for sure.
Brendan Gaughan's shot deflected wide of the goal. The Cleveland captain on the far side with Frank defending, thrown to the net front, knocked down by Hershey's Hendrix Lapierre, who clears to center. Frank with it, 1:30 gone. First period, he's got it left wing. Goals in 7 straight for Frank. Leads to Joe Snively, lane to the net, back door. Frank was there, he got chopped at. There'll be a penalty on Cleveland. Hershey only had 2 power plays in Game 4. They're going to get one early. That looked like a sure goal, but prevented there. That's why the penalty's called. Prisky across. Bears are 9-0 when he records a point in the playoffs. 6-on-5 extra attacker, delayed penalty. Rowe to Prisky. Rowe with points in 7 straight to the goal. It ricochets around. Jimmy Huntington will retrieve it. Good start for Hershey in the early goings. 2:10 gone. On the threat right now with Rowe juggling it out of midair. That puck played with a high stick, but Hershey will head to the power play. It looked like they were going to cash in the early moments. Instead, a man advantage is their power play, which has been fantastic in these playoffs. Will head right on the ice.
Yeah, and they were able to play that a little bit 6-on-5, and what that allowed is it allowed Ethan Frank in that top line to take a deep breath on the bench while they're playing 6-on-5. They just changed, so you'll see them start this power play. And what's been a very lethal power play through this playoff run.
Well, Ethan Frank scored in the last outing on the power play. There's a look at the numbers. 7 for 20 in the series for Hershey. You see that on your screen right there, and Ethan Frank has been a big part of that. Hendrix Lapierre leads the entire Calder Cup playoffs with 7 power play points. The puck is chipped over Snively's head and all the way down. Hershey was 1 for 2 on the man advantage in the loss in game number 4. As Cleveland was much more disciplined in that game. They've had some trouble in this postseason staying out of the box. Steal from Ashan. He'll knock it back behind the net, and the Bears will look to pick it up. Instead, they'll have to skate it to the far side and look to break out to center ice. On the right wing, Frank is in, and a whistle will go, and a penalty call back behind the play. Referee's got the indication it's a slashing penalty, and Joe Snively can't believe it. 17-14 to go in the first. There goes the power play. Not sure if you got a good look at that one, Garrett. It was coming up ice.
Yeah, I didn't. I was watching Ethan Frank come up the near side for us and go into the old turnbuckle. Now they're round to glass, but I missed that one. It must have been back behind the play there coming up.
So 4-on-4 action for 1:28. 17-14 to go here in the first period of play, and the Bears finding themselves down a skater. At least when this penalty ends, they'll be down a man for 32 seconds, with Cleveland heading to the man advantage at that point. Right now, a face-off to the right of Shepard. Tumbling the ice was Matthew Phillips. In the lineup once again with Dubé out after being hit in the face with the puck, and not able to go once again here today. Prisky turns it around back behind the net to Phillips, looking for his first point of the playoffs. Fakes going backwards. Now he does dump it off to Vincent Iorio. It's around Gaughan. The defenseman ahead to Huntington. Onside, tied up a bit along the near side boards. Behind the net to Phillips. And his feet, he couldn't find it. Out-muscled and taken away there. Cleveland's Tyler Angle in the lineup for the second consecutive game. With 4-on-4 action, Cleveland sets up shop behind their own net with both teams changing. 19-year-old Denton Matejchuk in his second professional game. Didn't look out of place at all in game number 1. Jimmy Huntington had some praise when asked about Matejchuk, how good he's going to be. Collision and neutralized. Trineyev took down Sillinger. Fans wanted a call. You can hear the Boo Birds out in Cleveland. Hershey with the puck, and Trineyev to center ice. Body to the boards and runs the linesman nearly into the bench. Heads up down there as the puck deflected back to the blue line and brought in Cleveland. On the right wing, Fix-Wolansky tangles the net, knocked away, comes loose off the side of the goal. Sillinger hits the side of the net, and that one careens away. Puck cleared once again to the line and out to center as Marcus Bjork will have to recover it. Trey Fix-Wolansky, when he gets loose, he is dangerous. There's lucky that he was not able to get the shot off. Monsters on the power play with Snively in the box. Cleveland's first try, and it'll last all of 32 seconds. But David Juracek works it in offensively. Down the slot, his trigger pull deflected wide, but Joe to take it to the corner boards. Gaughan's with it. Monsters to the blue line. Left side, Juracek's one-timer snapped his stick in half like a toothpick. That thing shatters into two pieces, and the Bears catch a break there as it comes back to Malatesta at center. And Cleveland doesn't get anything on that very abbreviated power play, which has expired now. Both teams back to 5-on-5 as Juracek leaned into that shot, and the stick goes flying. 0-0 with 5 minutes gone in period one. Cleveland behind the Hershey net. Alex Wayland had it and lost it, knocked away from him, and cleared back out to center ice where the Monsters retool it and look to break ahead to neutral. Cleveland's fourth line's been real good. Dunn points in 5 straight. Wayland points in 6 straight. And Justin Pearson has had a great series too. They're out there now. Long stretch pass to Dunn. Prisky contending with him. The Hershey blue line. Dunn goes down. It's just a good battle. Fans wanted a call. Dunn sees Prisky lose his stick, and Cleveland with control. Matejchuk at the left point with 14:30 left in period one. Cleveland on the attack now in Hershey territory. Josh Dunn off the left boards, tapped away from him, but there's Matejchuk to the net. Shepard is able to make the save, and no rebound off the crest of his jersey and into his glove. He will hang on for a faceoff.
Yeah, and you talk about that, that fourth line for Cleveland. They've been the best, arguably the best line for Cleveland throughout this series, and what they've done well is playing the offensive zone and get in on the forecheck and create offense out of that forecheck that they have.
So a save by Shepard on the shot from the left wing, and he's able to swallow that. Shots 2-0 in the early moments for Cleveland as the Bears power play goes away quickly after Snively took the minor penalty. They couldn't get anything going prior. Matejchuk will knock it around the bend of the boards behind the net. Iorio is after it. One hands it free with his stick. Huntington to take it where he's harassed from behind by Jake Gaudette. One hands up the boards, lost it. Angle to leave it to the middle. Matejchuk's in and pulled away by McElrath. Second chance saved by Shepard with traffic in front and no rebound with Roman Ashawn right in his kitchen. Oh, and Jimmy Huntington ran into some trouble on the far side boards. One-handed that puck loose and it set off a sequence where Shepard bails his team out there.
Yeah, 100% there. Jimmy Huntington has it at, kind of a one-handed, tries to flip it past the Cleveland player coming down, and he's able to stop that on the wall, and it, forces Hunter Shepard to make a heck of a save there on Matejchuk.
So you knew Cleveland would push here in the first 6 minutes or so with the crowd up behind them, and the Bears said they wanted to get right at it. Right now they've been on their heels a little bit in the early moments, but weathering the storm is part of it, especially in a tough-to-play-in building like this. Prior to this series, the Monsters were undefeated in the playoffs on home ice. Bears shoot the puck all the way down the ice. Miroshnichenko goes after it, no icing. Great hustle, gets there ahead of Stanislav Svozil. On the boards, Rowe comes over, heavy hit. Miroshnichenko, the puck to Vecchione in front. Wobbling, wouldn't get him. Pucha heard the footsteps. It's Rowe going after him again. Right wing, shot wide of the goal from Gons. He missed the net. It ricochets to Rowe. At center ice, he'll hit the red line and just ladle it in behind the net as the Bears go off for a line change with Rowe. He's got 9 points over the last 7. Getting it deep, handing over to the fourth line.
Yeah, a great job by him setting the tone there. 2 big hits along the wall. He's feeling it here tonight. He's all over the place.
Jake Massey at center pushes the pace forward. Right wing to Prisky to the net wide of Greaves. Bears still looking for their first shot. Ravinsky got to get back to defend. That's a big miss there. Cleveland on-man rush. Fix Wilansky. Ravinsky knocked away, thrown to the goal. Shepard the save. Right there was Malatesta, but he couldn't shoot it. And luckily for the Bears, shot out. That's important on how you have to hit the net. Otherwise, you can be going the other way real quick.
Yeah, that's a huge key when you miss the net, especially on the far side. It's an easy breakout for Cleveland, and it almost ends up costing the Bears there.
Well, luckily, Rabinsky got back and disrupted. Fix Wilansky just enough, giving credit, put in a precarious spot. A steal by the Bears. 2-on-1 down low. LaPierre shoots. Great save by Greaves on a turnover. And Hendricks LaPierre right in front. He's got it again. He shoots the goal. It's saved by Greaves. 2 big turnouts. Iorio can't keep it in at the blue line. McElrath will pop it back in, but 2 good chances for Hendricks LaPierre and the Bears. 2 big saves by Greaves as Hershey creating some havoc in the offensive zone. Cleveland the other way. Pearson and Dunn, a blocker saved by Shepard. Puck hits the side of the goal and shot free for the far side boards. Dunn looking to untangle it. 8 minutes gone. First period, 0-0. The pace picking up here in Cleveland. Frank to center will knock it in. Ian LaPierre out there now with Joe Snively. The other number 21, Josh Dunn to center. Whalen on the shoot-in. Bouncer that Shepard guides aside with his right pad. And Prisky will fling to center. on the tape of Snively. Goes backhand to forehand and leads for Huntington. Jimmy Huntington down the left wing. Charging the net, wraps it behind the goal. Circles the wagons, looks for a lane. Center point Prisky, a knuckler to the net that deflected wide. Prisky let that go after Huntington took it all around the world. Cleveland will tap it into Hershey's zone. And the Bears behind their own net, feeling the pressure. Chase Prisky smoked to the boards by Gaudette, but he made the play and the Bears get it out. Hit or be hit hockey has been the tone for the Monsters in their own building, and we're seeing that again tonight. Phillips, Limoges, and Huntington on the ice with a puck at center. Cleveland stuck in neutral with the Bears changing. They'll turn it back and look to stretch it forward. Sean over the blue line. Played his collegiate hockey at Wisconsin. It's the puck behind the net. Iorio will settle it down. He and McElrath go corner to corner. Hands behind their club with 10:45 to go in the first period. Shot 6-2 in favor of Cleveland here in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Vecchione around Gons as the two veterans meet up. Shot in behind the net. Greaves to play it up the boards. Rowe looking to disrupt. Vecchione does. To Miroshnichenko. Knocked it down. Spins and shoots. He misses the net on the blocker's side as Greaves was there and ready, but Miroshnichenko put it wide of the goal.
Yeah, and he does such a great job there, finding that soft spot, high in the ice. And is able to get that kind of a little bit of an awkward shot off, but he's able to get it off.
10 points in the playoffs for Ivan Miroshnichenko as the puck taken back up to center ice. And Gons in his own zone for Cleveland. Both teams completing a line change as Todd Nelson rolling all four here in the early moments. It's picked up, Vix Wolanski to center. Scooting in down the left wing, back to Matejchuk, and the whistle went. Tough to hear it, but offside was called, and finally, a media timeout with 9:56 to go in the first period. 0-0. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Your mobile phone, scan the QR code on Jumbotron.
I'll see ya. Got some batteries and 2 flashlights.
What's up, champ?
Alright, it's cool.
I feel like you get taller every time I see you. Congratulations, Brandon.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We send an ice level to the third man on our crew and welcome in Todd Sadowski to the broadcast.
The pace feels much more like Game 3 than Game 4, guys, without a doubt. And you always look to your players that are hot to continue what they're doing. The Bears streaking right now. Ethan Frank, 7 goals in 7 straight. Ivan Miroshnichenko, 4 assists in 3 games. Garrett Rowe, at least a point in 7 straight, as you mentioned before. Obviously, you want to hope they continue that success. Gotta love the pace offensively.
Bears will look to get a little bit more towards the cage of Jet Greaves. 2 shots so far have found the net, both from Hendricks Lapierre, and both real good turnouts from Greaves. Is that not the guy you want to leave open? Lapierre has had a fantastic playoffs, and I know Todd Nelson and Lapierre each feel that they can provide a little bit. He can provide a little bit more. Prisky in his own zone across to Jake Massey to center. Triviev does not deflect it, and now they're going to say play on. Is the puck to the boards on the right wing for Rabinski. Sillinger to center. Will pick it up. It's it one hands it in deep behind the net. Sillinger cut off by Prisky, but Malatesta is on it. Cleveland using secondary support to come up with a puck. Alex Whalen sidesteps to hit behind the net. Still got possession. Centering feed to Juracek, trying to walk in, punched away from him. Rabinski is able to tap it to center. He'll get it that far. And Cleveland back in their own zone with Svozil looking to break to center. Stanislav Svozil turns on the Jets now, dumps it in behind the Bears goal. All the way to the far side. Iorio takes it to the corner. Massey pressure, turned it over to Whalen. Just give the Bears fits in their own zone. Frank looking to clear it. Svozil sealed the wall behind the net. They'll try it again with Massey looking up ice. Frank breaking at the far blue line, looking for Lapierre, and that pass missed again, tipped. They say no icing. Cleveland up the middle. Pressured by Lapierre. It's done. pushing it behind his own net with 8:35 to go in the first period. Bears forecheck causing issues. Puck not free behind the net. This first line's been on the ball early in that regard. Iorio, weird hop off the boards on the backhand, trying to get it deep but slowed up. Snively at the blue line took it away. And the Bears look to transition back to offense with Phillips hopping over the boards.
Great start there for that top line, like you just talked about. That top line has got it going. You know, part of that playing fast is how you track back and being able to pick pucks up. And there's been a few different opportunities there where they've been able to pick the pocket of the Cleveland Monsters.
Phillips in the corner contending with Sweezy. The Bears to the line today. His shot goes wide of the goal. Hamid Aktel picks it up on the boards on the left wing. The defenseman has it, looks out front, hits Day, right circle, snaps the shot, score! Logan Day off the post and in. Day's first of the playoffs. It's 1-0 Hershey.
Just a great shot there, great pressure there by Hardy Hamid Aktel. He's able to keep that puck and makes a heck of a pass, through everybody to Logan Day up at the top, and Logan goes posting in for his first of the playoffs.
He was a hero last year in the postseason. Injuries have slowed him a bit this time around. Logan Day off the post and in, and the Bears score the first goal of the game like they did in games 1 through 3. All wins for Hershey. Day, the defenseman, connects. He said he wanted a bounce-back performance. That's a good way to start it. The Bears in front. And the watch party at Arugas. Hello to all watching at Arugas back in Hummelstown. They are on their feet and cheering. A 1-0 Hershey advantage. So good work by the Bears in the offensive zone, creating havoc there. And they go back to Day, and he makes no mistake. Krisky looking for more. Shot to the net, St. Green's the rebound. Miro Stachenko turned down, and now the Bears are feeling it. Krisky to Rowe. He missed that one and knocked away from him. And cleared back down the ice in the defensive zone where Prisky and Gons lock up. Behind the net, stick slashed down to the hands of Jake Massey. That could have been a penalty call. He complains to the officials. But again, the referees keep their arm down. Thanks Wolanski out of the corner. 1-0 Hershey. They'll flip it to the line, and it does come out. But Tkachuk knocked it back in. That's a late offside, and the puck picked up by Prisky behind the net. He'll set the tone to center. Left wing Rubinski. Head of steam. Brings it in offensively. Backhand to the net. Knocked away by Sillinger. On the far side boards, it's deflected away from Trineyev. But again, Hershey's forecheck steals away. In front Sutter. Oh, it's knocked down on the way to the goal. He had some room to shoot past the left pad of Greaves, but it wouldn't go. In front Rubinski. Fights through the traffic. Still with the puck. Turns the blue line. Bears building here. Can they get another? Spin move by Iorio. Around Malatesta. Vincent Iorio to the corner. Hit with authority. Puck taken away. The Monsters survived that threat. Now they got an odd man rush. McElrath jumped up. Right wing Sillinger's in. He shoots. Deflected high and wide. And now the Bears the other way. Iorio and Frank. Frank to Iorio. Walking down the slot. Back to Frank. Tucks it to the net. Knocked away by the stick of Greaves. What a frantic pace here. Not exactly how the Bears drew it up. Well, they remain 1-0 leaders.
You know what, and it all starts on the forecheck there. You know, back-to-back shifts, great forecheck. And that's where the Bears offense is built off of, is on that forecheck, and they've done a great job here in the last 5-10 minutes.
The center, Hamid Aktel to LaPierre, who tips it in behind the net. 1-0 Hershey. And the puck flipped to the corner behind the net. David Juracek with it. 6th overall pick. 2 drafts ago. Turned it over. LaPierre the net. Bounces off Greaves. It's loose off his shoulder. Not sure if that would have counted as Snively waving at it with his glove, but Greaves had to make the save anyways to keep it 1-0. Day behind his own net. Flips it off the glass to Phillips and his body to center. But Zaboral knocks it down and back comes Cleveland. Done over the blue line. Parks it far corner. Drops the puck at the feet of Justin Pearson. Defended by Phillips. Pearson works around and wheels to the goal. Shepard a left hand save. The rebound up in the air. Battled for it behind the net. Hamid Aktel on the takeaway. Hooked up, and there'll be a penalty on Whalen. Hamid Aktel taken down, and the Bears 3-on-3 ahead. Phillips over the blue line, and offside is called on Hershey. 4:44 to go in the first. A hooking penalty on the Monsters, and the Bears leading 1-0 on a Logan Day goal to the power play. You're tuned in to the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy, is like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the best-in-class fuel economy and lets me know it's recommended by Consumer Reports. When Dave says, these cars are going fast, I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on Rogue, one of 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
This week only at Domino's, get unlimited mini-priced pizzas for 50% off when you order online. Choose any size pizza you want, any crust you want, and any toppings you want. Oh, and any number of pizzas you want, too. Get 50% off your perfect pizza, or pizzas, this week only at Domino's.
Huge selling point for us that you are Washingtonian. Homegrown, the people in this community know you, and you made sure that we were taken care of, me and my family both. That was huge for us. I believe that Greenberg and Betterman worked in the best interest of my family.
The Bears find themselves ahead 1-0 over the Cleveland Monsters. Zach Fish, Garrett Mitchell with you here. Todd Sadowski is ice side as well. And Todd, checking in with you downstairs. You talked about the pace. Now the Bears are going to get a power play. This is where they have really made the Monsters pay. But, man, you blink, you're missing something here tonight. They're flying up and down the pond.
Yeah, time to pounce. They have an opportunity here. Definitely have the Monsters on their heels, and they put this crowd deathly silent if they go 2 up here in the first period. We'll see how they work early on with this first power play unit.
Yeah, they didn't have much time and ended rather early with the Joe Snively slashing penalty. But in this series, the Bears 7 now power play goals. Ethan Frank, Henrik LaPierre on the ice along with Vecchione, Snively, and Lemos. Knocked out of midair by Hershey, and complaining as Ashan to the linesman. Thought it was with a high stick. Bears have to tag up, send it back in. Hooking the call on Whalen. Cleveland clears. All the way down. It's a power play for Hershey, and Shepard will set it up in his own zone to Frank behind the net. He'll let Vecchione come and get it. Vecchione drops it on back. Snively to carry to center. Sends it to the wing. Vecchione taps it loose behind the net. Throw it in front. Bouncing puck. Puccia took it away. Couldn't clear it. Kept into the blue line. Dunn got it out though. Dunn's up ice. Puccia tries to get it to him, but it goes to Shepard. Bears goaltender will play it to safety. In fact, he plays it to LaPierre. Sidesteps a check. Brings it in. Vecchione in front. LaPierre across. Bounces wide of the goal. Pass didn't make it through, but nearly ricocheted in. Phillips ducks under a hit. To the line, Snively. Power play Hershey. LaPierre. And Snively straight away. Right circle, Phillips. He shoots wide of the goal on the glove side with a flash screen in front. Center point, Snively. LaPierre again. Rolling downhill left wing. Snively from the slot. Phillips, right dot, has the puck. No shooting lane. Snively again. Wrist shot knocked down in front of the goal. 43 on the power play. The Bears threatening. Snively, left side. LaPierre quickly attacked by Juracek. LaPierre peels back. Goal line feed, Vecchione. Snively, one-timer in the net, knocked down, comes loose. Phillips after a grease slid over, and it's knocked to the corner by the Cleveland defense. Phillips plays it up the boards, but the Bears were changing, and it comes back to center. Prisky trying to wait for his teammates to line it up. Oh man, Juracek met him with a heavy hit, but he couldn't get the puck down the ice. Now Ashan will to the Bears blue line.
Yeah, it's a tough play there by Chase Prisky. He's looking over, trying to make sure he stays on side here with Phillips and Mike Vecchione being caught inside the zone. So he's trying to look over, and that's where Juracek ends up catching him.
Behind the net, the puck played. Oh, Rowe didn't see the player coming out of the box. That's Whalen back to full strength. The Bears 0 for 2 on the power play despite some real good looks. So it means 1-0 Hershey with 2:35 to go in the first period here in Cleveland. Bears can eliminate the Monsters tonight with a win. Off the base of the boards. Puck free along the far wing. Angle comes in. Throws his weight around, but the Bears corral it, and it's Massey to center where he drops it on back to the helping hand of Prisky. With time and space in his own zone, the Bears will complete the forward change. Iorio fresh too. They send it up by Sutter on the tap in. Right on the money to Rubinski. Down the left wing. Pulls up, spun off balance. Juracek got his stick up high on him. Rubinski goes down hard. And the Monsters come away with the puck. Puccia to neutral. Gogs on the carry and over the blue line. But Toad barely onside. Towed the line just enough. Cleveland with a $1.50 in the period, looking for a tying goal. Denton Matecha to Puccia, the forward at the point. Cross to Juracek, blocked by Trinyev. Off the glass, he'll clear it to center. Cleveland shoots it back in, and McElrath behind the net directing traffic with both teams changing with 90 seconds left in the first period. Hershey up 1-0 on the Penn State scoreboard. McElrath to center, tipped in behind the net. Sweezy will get it there before And Cleveland looking for an outlet to center. Snively careful not to grab Gaudette, let him go. Jake Gaudette motors on ahead to center. 3 goals in the playoffs, including 1 in Game 4. Day hits him into the boards, but then goes down to the ice. Bears come up with a puck, and LaPierre will sky it to center. Gloved and dropped. Sweezy throws a hit on Frank, who pops right back up. 55 seconds left here in the first period with Justin Pearson. Wide on Hamanaka, centers, big save by Shepard, robbing Malatesta to the line, and knuckles up and out of play from Zaboral. Oh my, what a save from Hunter Shepard. James Malatesta looking for his first of the playoffs. It won't go.
Yeah, that's point blank there for Malatesta right in front of Hunter Shepard, and a great save by Shep.
We'll be back. 41 seconds left of the first. 1-0 Hershey thanks to Shepard. This is the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
At AMCO, we've been fixing cars for almost 60 years. And over that time, a lot sure has changed. Cars have gotten more complex than ever. But the technicians at AMCO have the expertise to fix anything.
The problem's with your transmission, valve body, and torque converter. We do this all the time.
So if your check engine light is on, let us take a look. Because we know cars inside and out. AA MCL.
Entertaining first period in Cleveland. We check in ice level with Todd Sadowski with the Bears ahead 1-0.
But coming up in our first intermission report, none of the guys happy about their effort in Game 4. We talked to them about what they're looking to capitalize on tonight. Plus, we're getting caught up on the latest news and weather headlines. Viewers on Monumental Sports Network, I'll talk with John Walton and have some first period analysis. Zach and Garrett with your first period highlights on the first intermission report, sponsored by Pepsi.
Thanks, Todd. That in a moment. 42 seconds left of the period. They added a second back on the clock as it had run down. That was the correct call by the off-ice officials. Greaves makes a glove save on a dump-in, and Limoges of the forecheck looking to unwedge that puck from Zaboral's stick. He'll get it to center. Fix Wolanski with it. 28 seconds left in the period over the blue line. Belts to the goal, and Whalen put it high and wide on a broken play. Bears clear to Bjork at the line, not out, kept in by Cleveland. Huntington spins it on back to Iorio as the Bears look for a late period rush. Iorio to Limoges, knocked it in wide, agreed. So the forecheck, Matthew Phillips. Cap free back to center. Iorio will skate it to his own zone to Hamanaktel. 5 seconds left of the period. Hardy will wait behind his own net after one. The Bears hold a 1-0 lead here in game number 5 on a goal by Logan Day at 12-11 of the first period of play.
Yeah, I was really impressed, Zach, with the forecheck and the ability to be relentless on the puck. We saw that a few times. I talked about it, how guys were able to pick pockets of Cleveland players coming up the ice. So, a strong effort here in the first. I think there's still more to go. We saw the flurry around Greaves' net there. There could have been a couple there.
Bears fans, Bouquet Mulligan de Mayo is having their annual Oakley VIP Day on Thursday, June 13th from 12 to 6 in their beautiful Cleona office. See the selection, the best selection of new Oakley eyewear, and the sunglasses they got are at the best prices. Bring us your prescription, get the best deal on prescription eyewear and sunglasses. Tell them that I sent you, tell them the Bears sent you, and get a cool Oakley gift. That's Bouquet Mulligan de Mayo Eye Professionals in Cleona, Thursday, June 13th, 12 to 6. Look them up at bmdi.com. Todd will be ice level with a member of the Bears in just a moment. Shots of the first period, pretty even. Finish up 9-8 in favor of the Cleveland Monsters through 20 minutes of action. The Bears scoring the first goal in the series for the 4th time. They won the 3 previous games that they connected first. Logan Day had the goal. He is down ice level as Day cashes in off the post. Standing by with their own Todd Sadowski.
All right, you want to go into the locker room with the lead. You guys have the lead. How do you feel the first period went for you guys, Logan?
Good. I mean, these guys came out strong in the first 10 minutes. We're fighting for their lives. We knew it was going to be a battle, so we're happy where we're at right now.
You got the only goal of the game. Take us through that particular play. Nice wrister from the point. How do you see it from your end?
I just saw Hardy was down low. He made a great pass. We had traffic going to the net, and luckily it went in.
Forwards are doing a lot of work. Forechecking, you guys talked about that. They look like they're pretty solid in front of you. How do you assess how they've done so far?
Yeah, they're doing good. It's a lot of hard work, so just got to keep getting it in and stay on these guys.
Thanks, Logan. Appreciate it. I know you want to get your rest for period number 2. Appreciate it. All right, guys, so it follows the script that they wanted to follow. Get the lead early, get that first goal, quiet the crowd a little bit, continue to work hard and see if they can outwork them and outpace them the rest of the way.
Thank you very much, Don. Thank you to Logan Dave for joining us. Our Pepsi Intermission Report starts on the other side of the break. Lots of good stuff coming your way. It's 1-0 in favor of the Bears after 20 minutes in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. You're tuned in to Hershey Bears Hockey.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Get 1.9% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. Or get $4,000 purchase cash on this Sierra. We are professional grade GMC.
We never thought that with Verizon, saving on the best in entertainment was going to be so easy.
Disney Bundle, Netflix, Max, now we don't miss a thing.
Before, we had to pretend we'd seen all these shows.
I mean, we're not really good actors. I found it so pure. The Pirates?
All I could do was nod and say, so good.
Season finale.
No.
I was on the edge of my seat.
I know,
so
me too.
good.
But now that we have Verizon, we can stop pretending.
Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, Netflix, and Max. All for just $20 a month, only on Verizon.
My turn.
Wow, you guys did great with this place.
Yeah, and it was easy to buy with all the help we got from Navy Federal Credit Union.
I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
So what's shaking?
Nothing. Nothing's shaking.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
We're back in Cleveland for our first intermission report. I'm Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski. Now, the Bears have said that no team can beat them except the Hershey Bears. And it's not to disrespect any opponent. It's to say, if we give our maximum effort, we like our chances against anybody. But it was obvious after their Game 4 effort, they were bitterly disappointed.
Monsters! By the slimmest of margins. Force game number 5 on Saturday night.
It's hard to beat a team 4 times in a row, right? No, it's our second loss in the playoffs, so we'll just have to collect ourselves. But it seemed like we didn't have any gas in the first 2 periods, and then in the third, we found it. So I don't know. The guys have to prepare themselves because now we open up the door for them.
I think the natural feeling is to be more comfortable when you're up 3-0, but it's, credit to them. It's natural to be more desperate when you're down. I mean, back against the wall, nothing to lose. So it's just, that's how it is, and we got to be ready.
It's human nature to let your foot off the gas a little bit when you are in the driver's seat. The Bears understand they can't afford to set it on cruise control against a team as good as the Monsters.
It's on us. It's us mentally preparing, physically preparing, and we weren't ready for the first period or the second period, so we got what we deserve.
They got what they deserved on Thursday. Tonight, they want to get what they earned and move on to the Calder Cup Finals. Time for a quick break. We'll be right back with more Hershey Bears playoff hockey.
At Sheehy Auto Stores, find the perfect used car today. With over 25 locations, shop the Mid-Atlantic's largest selection of quality, affordable used cars. Choose from over 2,000 vehicles, all makes, all models, backed by our 5-day money-back guarantee. And you always get one easy upfront price. Plus, when you sell or trade your current vehicle, get up to 125% of KBB value. Find your next used car at Sheehy Auto Stores. Shop in-store or online.
It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy.com.
So you made some money. Want to make it do more? Make it do more than more. With Robinhood Gold, you can make your money do the most. Make your cash do 5% APY. That's a lot. At 8 times the national average. That's bigger than big. That's huge. Make your money make more money. That makes more money. Make your money do the most. Get Robinhood Gold and make your cash earn 5% APY. Join today and get your first 30 days free.
drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Can you see anything different as a pill?
No.
You don't know?
Fentanyl is being mixed into everything now. There's only one thing that will save somebody's life. That is naloxone nasal spray.
Fentanyl, it's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
Why would drug dealers put a lethal dose of fentanyl in drugs if they know it's so harmful?
Really just all about the money.
I just didn't realize that one pill could change your whole life.
More kids should know.
Spring into action with Monumental Sports Network. Watch live coverage of the Washington Mystics, Washington Spirit, and Old Glory DC. Catch every scrum, score, and buzzer beater of DC's best basketball, soccer, and rugby from anywhere. Never miss a moment on Monumental Sports Network.
Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland, Ohio. It is Game 5 in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Bears and the Monsters. Hershey up 3-1 in this series, and they lead currently 1-0. With me is John Walton, voice of the Capitals. And I think if you said at the beginning of this week that we'd be talking about Game 5, we'd say, yeah, of course we are, because that's how close those games were in 1 and 2. But when you win that third game, you kind of see what kind of effort you give in Game 4. It wasn't a great one, but boy, I think they've really responded well in the first period.
Yeah, I really like what we've seen, Todd. I mean, Henrik Lapierre and the top line have been really good in this period. Could have had a goal, ended up drawing a penalty, didn't get it done on the power play. But I thought Lapierre was probably the best player for the Bears in that first period. And obviously the goal from Logan Day, a gigantic goal when you're on the road trying to close them out. You want to get the first goal. They were able to do that, and good on him as he got his first of the postseason.
He just scores big playoff goals. That's what the guy does. So it's really not that unexpected for Logan Day. You mentioned Lappy. He just has that feel like, okay, enough. I need to put it on the score sheet tonight. You want your best players to kind of take over when they're out there, and he feels different than everybody else that's out on the ice when he's out there.
Yeah, one of the things I really liked about that line, and Todd Nelson has talked about this, you've got to be able to use your speed with those guys to be able to force the Cleveland defenders back into their zone. I thought they did a tremendous job of that in the first period. Lappy came very close, not once but twice, to force a turnover and put it in the back of the net. He didn't, but the work effort's there. And certainly with Ethan Frank alongside and seemingly 100% too, that's good news.
When you work at that kind of pace, sometimes there's a counterattack. Maybe there's a puck that gets loose. Hunter Shepard's back there, and he was awfully good. Again, usually very good in efforts after a loss. I mean, it's not like they lit him up in the last game, but he's usually really airtight in those games following a setback.
Yeah, the Bears this season have not lost back-to-back games in regulation, and Hunter Shepard obviously is the biggest reason why. He does not like to lose back-to-back games, and he's seemingly in the first 20 minutes. A long way to go in this one. There's still 40 minutes left. But he slammed the door in the first period, big saves. He's the guy that got him all the way to the championship last year, and you got to believe that if he plays like he did in the first period, it looks like Shep's back and good to go.
I like how Matt Phillips is playing in that first part of it, working in with line number 2, so maybe we'll see something from them quickly. What do you expect in period number 2? Who to look for?
I think more of the top line. I think Lapierre and Frank, I think together on that line have been very good. Joe Snively good there as well. Go ahead and try and get that going and just do what you were doing in the first period. Just keep the pressure on them into the offensive zone.
Next goal this game is really big.
It's going to be huge.
If the Bears can get on top by 2, huge deal. All right, we'll be right back with more when the Hershey Bears play off.
With a Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. Join today for only $24.99 a month.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andy Holzman of Holzman Laser Vision. If you've ever considered LASIK, you should know not all laser centers are the same. Here at Holzman Laser Vision, we first determine you are a perfect fit for LASIK, and only then we'll provide you the best procedure available to help you see like you've never seen before. Experience the Holzman difference and schedule your comprehensive consultation today.
Seeing is believing at Holzman Laser Vision. Tyson's Corner, Chevy Chase.
I've been a Crop Metcalf customer for many years now, and you can trust me when I say you want Crop Metcalf working on your home. For heating and air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, pest control, and home performance, their team of 5-star technicians are professional. experienced. And for me, most of all, they're friendly. They're good people. They still believe in great customer service, and that's refreshing.
Crop Metcalf is the one with 5 stars.
Here at Southbound Kramer, we try to connect the community to the farm. When we took over from Mom and Dad, the bank that they worked with had been with us for 15 years, and they kind of stagnated. M&T Bank came, they were gung-ho like we were gung-ho. They're vibrant, they want to work with us, and that's the partnership we need, because when we have the ideas and the things that need to happen, we need somebody that'll partner with us and move with us. They're committed to us like we're committed to them.
With a Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out, because your membership is packed with perks. Join today for only $24.99 a month.
Get ready, it's the Washington, D.C. Salsa Festival. Friday, June 14th at Eagle Bank Arena. Escuchen la cartelera. El Gran Combo, Grupo Nietzsche, India, Tito Nieves, Rey Ruiz, Los Adolescentes. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster or the Arena box office. The Washington, D.C. Salsa Festival, Eagle Bank Arena, Friday, June 14th. Get ready.
The Eastern Conference Finals coming to you live from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland, Ohio, right in the heart of downtown. It's the Bears 1, the Monsters nothing after 20 minutes of play. Hershey wins tonight. They're headed to the Calder Cup Finals looking to defend their title. Cleveland wins. The series goes back to Hershey on Monday for Game 6. Garrett Hershey has the lead. We're going to look at the highlights coming up in just a moment. But the Monsters push early in this game. It's big for the Bears to end up leaders. Now the second period, we've seen them take games over in the postseason. I imagine they're looking to dial it up even more in the middle stanza.
Yeah, and Cleveland made their push early on that first 5 minutes. They made their push. Hershey was able to weather that push in the first little bit there and then make their own push coming down the stretch, coming into the second period.
Well, let's look at the highlights from period number 1. Hunter Shepard, bounce back performance. He always seems to bring them. Not that he was the issue in game number 4. He played well, and it's a rivalry. Now we get into game number 5. Look at Dylan McElrath there. You played against him. I'm sure you're glad you don't have to anymore.
100% I am. Yeah, that's not an easy guy to play against.
Yeah, Roman and Sean barking at him. He better watch to not bite off more than he can chew. He's a physical player. But here's the Hershey goal. It comes from Logan Day on a shot from the point. You see the traffic in front of Jet Greaves, and Hardy Hamid-Oxdale gets it back today. Nice goal for him to get Hershey started on a shot from the point. 1-0, the Bears in front. You see Hershey did not connect on either of their power plays, but hey, look, the Milwaukee Admirals, Coachella Valley Firebirds, they're playing game number 5, similar spot. 4-0, Coachella after 1. So the Bears much rather have this period here for them to try to bounce back, and overall pretty solid effort from Hershey.
Yeah, and I think it's just setting it early. Just similar way that you finished the first period there. Go right back to it. I love the compete level. I love the desperation that the Bears played with. Just go right back to that.
Yeah, I should say, I guess Cleveland would rather have this period than what Milwaukee is dealing with. The Bears would gladly take 4. The second period has been their best period. We'll see what they can bring in the middle stanza here and pepper Jet Greaves. But I like what John Walton said just a moment ago if you're joining us. Really like that first line for the Bears. They're driving the bus right now.
Yeah, they have been. And a big thing for them right now is just sticking with it. It's coming, the chance are coming, so we're set up for a great second period here.
Look for the first line to connect. Look for the Bears to add to their lead. Stay with us. The second period is next. From Cleveland, you're tuned into the 2024.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy, is like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the best-in-class fuel economy and lets me know it's recommended by Consumer Reports. When Dave says, "These cars are going fast," I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on Rogue, one of 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
Can I really do this? It's what everyone asks at every new stage of life. We say yes. Sandy Spring Bank isn't just in the community, we helped build it. So we've got you covered if you want to buy a house or improve the one you've got. Let's grow your business, because that helps the entire area grow. And we'll show you how to save more and, yes, retire one day. What's your next financial destination? Sandy Spring Bank.
When a child is sick, there's one thing they need: a really big cookie.
Welcome to RMHC.
And parents of sick children have tons of decisions to make. Like movie night, game night, or should we finish that book tonight? We don't perform surgeries, just talent shows. We're not big on poking sticks and beeping machines, but we're the best at playing dress up. Well, we have a few beeping machines. We think the tooth fairy should travel everywhere. And while hospitals have doctors and nurses, we have mom and dad. We don't provide treatment, but we do provide dogs. And we throw some really good parties. Because at Ronald McDonald House Charities, we help families feel at home, even when they can't be.
Get ready for another thrilling showdown. The Washington Mystics face off against the New York Liberty on June 9th at 3 p.m.
Shakira Austin bringing the smoke to D.C.
Live on Monumental Sports Network. It's a can't-miss matchup in the Big Apple, and the Mystics are ready to bring the heat.
Wow! How about that?
Tune in June 9th at 3 p.m. and show your support for the DMV's finest.
The second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Orrstown Bank.
Busy day here in Cleveland, Ohio. The annual parade, The Circle. Our parade was held earlier today outside the Cleveland Museum of Art. Lively sounds, colors all around. Handmade masks, innovative costumes created by artists here locally. Some of the sights and one of the most impactful cultural events in this great city. From art to art on ice, it's the Hershey Bears and the Cleveland Monsters. First period of play sees the Bears ahead 1-0. Now we head to the second period where the Bears have been very good overall in the regular season and the playoffs, looking to add to their 1-0 lead on the Penn State Health scoreboard. With Garrett Mitchell and Todd Sadowski, I'm Zach Fish, producer Ed Albert, alongside Art and Tracy back in the Bears Radio Network studios as well. Thank you, however you're watching or listening, including our fans of the watch party at Arugas in Hummelstown. Make some noise for the Bears. Riley Sutter once again an alternate captain tonight. Heavy hit by Rubinski behind the net with Aaron Ness still remaining Evergreen Brewing scratch this evening. On flip to the corner behind the net to the goal scorer Day. He'll tap it loose to Sutter, who pushes it beneath the goal line. Trinyeev's on it. Tugged free to Day. Uses his body as a shield. But the pass errant to the middle of the ice. A shot on the takeaway. And Cleveland, right to left, will dump it. LaPierre hands it to Frank. Far blue line with speed. Trying to get around Zaborov. Grabs hold of him a little bit. And then Frank crunched into the boards by Juracek. But the Bears have it. LaPierre looks to center. On the forehand. Flips to the blue line. Day is there. D to Prisky. Feeds it to the right. Frank will shoot. Knocked down. Looking to make it goals in 8 straight. Tie a club record. And back to center it goes. Where Gons and the Monsters will feed it forward. Day on the breakup. And the Bears look to rush to center. First line remains on the hunt. Picking right where they left off. As the puck is tipped down the ice. No icing. A minute 25 into the second. 1-0 Hershey. Frank will chop it to center. Snively on the race looking to get there. Knocked away from him in front of the penalty boxes. It's LaPierre, where it's played back in behind the Bears net. Risky out of the corner. Flings it down the ice looking for Huntington. No icing as it's clipped behind the Cleveland net. York across. The center ice Sillinger. Now to fix Wolanski. Brings it on the right wing. Good back check. Huntington picks the pocket, takes it away. Now the Bears transition to offense. Little things like that make a world of difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Zach. When you get in on the forecheck like that, that's playing fast. You know, you make the other team think about what's coming from behind them and not the easy play.
Picks Wolanski over the blue line. Weaves to the slot. His backhander steered out by Shepard. Malatesto was in the region. And the Bears clear back to center, but the pass from Huntington, not a good one. Juracek will intercept it, shoot it back in. Matthew Phillips behind his own net with it for Hershey, the former Victoria Royal. In his first season, the Capitals organization. Cleared to center ice, out of his reach, and McElrath will have to rush it back in his own zone. Front of the benches, Huntington and Pearson collide. It's Juracek over the blue line, dancing in. He shoots right past save shot for the rebound. He got over. Third whack, they scored. Alex Whalen does it again.
early goal in the second period to tie the game at 1.
Just a bouncing puck there in front of Hunter Shepard, and he makes the first 2 or 3 saves there and is unable to make the fourth. We talked a lot about that line of the fourth line of Cleveland and how they've really dictated the play here for Cleveland the last couple of nights.
Alex Whalen goes hard to the net, wobbling puck on the third whack at it, able to make the Bears pay, and this is a 1-1 game. I liked Hershey's first couple of minutes, but a rush into the offensive zone, and Cleveland able to take advantage, and just like that, we are back to a 1-1 score. We're back even. And Whalen now with points in 7 consecutive games. And without this Cleveland fourth line, Bears might have blown him out of the water already. 2-on-2 up ice. Miro Shevchenko. The Bears with some urgency in their game. Backhander snatched by Greaves. He will hold it. Miro Shevchenko didn't like the hit from Sweezy. All right, so you're thinking, here's how we improve in the second period. You're looking to come out flying, and you give one up early. How do you calm things down on the bench and go, all right, it's even, let's get back to it?
Yeah, you just understand what you did in that first period of knowing that, everything's okay, and obviously one goes in there. It just ends up being a flurry in front of Hunter Shepard there, and he's unable to make the, third, fourth stop there to keep it out of the net. But you know what you got to do. There's been flashes of it. It's sticking with what they put in place here.
Like to see Hershey score more goals like that, where they get a couple whacks at it. Greaves has left some rebounds as well, and sometimes how you got to beat Hunter Shepard. 3 tries at it. He is a fantastic netminder, but when you get that many whacks at it, eventually one is going to go in, even on the best. Monsters with new life. Vachon up the boards is able to stab it back to center, and it's Prisky with it to the red line, picked off by Gaudette. Angle did not vacate the zone. Offside called, and it gives us a chance to pause 10 seconds for station identification for those on the Bears Radio Network listening in to the Eastern Conference Finals.
The Monsters 50-50 raffle is up and running. You can buy your tickets at any of the 50-50
Again,
throughout the concourse. All proceeds from tonight's raffle will benefit
Bears 18 goals for, 9 against in the second period, but giving one up early. Alex Whalen able to score for Cleveland to make this a 1-1 game, as Whalen picks up the tally, his 5th of the playoffs from Pearson and Juracek at 248. I don't think he's going to be spending time in the ECHL anytime soon.
No, he's not. He's really solidified himself as a full-time guy, I'm sure, in this organization.
It's under the point. Knuckler from Day. Rubinski on the rebound. Big save. Greaves underneath them. And how is this not a 2-1 game for Hershey? Oh, exactly what we were looking for. A rebound from Greaves, and Rubinski on the backhand just could not connect from the seat of his pants. Jack Greaves keeps us tied.
Yeah, great job there by Rubinski going back the other way, kind of across the grain there, trying to slide it through Greaves' 5-hole. Just unable to get it through, through the 5-hole there, but he's got a couple of whacks at it right in front of the net.
So Greaves leads that second effort. Rubinski was there before Bjork tackled him to the ice, as you see on our Reese's replay. Here's when the draw. Snively off the face-off. That deflects high and wide off the glass. An Octel on the keep-in. Snively, Frank, and LaPierre have it in the feet of Snively. That one pops away from him, and Mateau to center. Knocks it out of midair. Shot in behind the net. Octel will get there first for Hershey, trying to backhand it around the boards. 2 guys in black. Knocked away. Juracek slapper from the point. Secured by Shepard, and no rebound. David Juracek got a lot on that. Hunter Shepard makes the save.
And he's a guy that can shoot the puck. We saw that game 1 and in game 2 back in Hershey there. And he's a guy that can really rip it. Big time prospect for Columbus, coming down in the next couple of years. I think he could be a full-time guy up top.
Juracek got a heavy dose of what the National Hockey League is like this year. 43 games for the Blue Jackets, 1 goal, and 19 points for him in the NHL. Frank got into the line, but not out. Kept in by Cleveland. 1-1 score on the Penn State House scoreboard. The Bears looking to sweep it up the boards. Frank to take it on the right wing. Hershey's Ethan Frank. 9 goals in the playoffs. 2nd in the AHL. It's the puck deep behind the net. He'll tap it loose. LaPierre on the track down center. Snively's open. He shoots, and a left-hand save by Greaves. Let me tell you, watching the morning skate this morning, Joe Snively, everything he was shooting turned to gold. Nearly had one there. He steals it away again. Snively darts in on the backhand. He's hooked. Tucks it to the goal. Greaves the save. How is there not a penalty on Cleveland? Now we got the rough stuff after the play. Snively appeared to be hooked from behind. Iorio complaining, as is LaPierre, to the officials. Joe Snively with 2 chances, shaking his left hand. Can't believe that it's not 2-1.
Yeah, give him a rope there. I mean, that's a play in front of the net. Joe Snively's, I don't know what you holding, hooking, where you even want to go to with it. But that alleviates that chance right in front of Greaves.
Scrum after everyone separated. Frank had lost his helmet, so he had to come to the bench, but Snively just stayed with it and nearly outweighted Greaves while he was being manhandled from behind. And unfortunately, they're not going to give us a second look. The Cleveland production crew does a great job, but they probably know the Bears bench would be rough stuff after the play. Here's a look at the rough stuff after the fact, and of course, Dylan McElrath making sure to keep the peace. 1-1, 5 minutes off the clock in the second, but the first line keeps doing that. They're going to score. Puck loose. Huntington knocks it down at the steal from Malone. Saved by Greaves. Another rebound, and he's got it. Now it's Phillips knocked down hard to the ice and losing his helmet. And right now, Jet Greaves is saving the day for his team.
Yeah, that's that second opportunity, Zach. It's you can really dictate the play. When you have that track back and you have that forecheck going. Right now, that one started from Alex Limoges winning a battle. He gets it back to Jimmy Huntington and creates that opportunity.
And Todd, from your perspective down there, since the goal, it's been guns a-blazing from Hershey. From your vantage point.
Grade A chances for sure, and keep in mind the way the play is going in front of the net. If it goes to the other side, Rybinski was pretty much tackled. Obviously, they had their way with Snively, and then Phillips was just plowed out of the way as well. I mean, they're coming in physical at the goalie, so you expect that from your defenseman, but there's also a threshold that you go over when you have these great scoring chances. So hopefully the Bears defenseman will be allowed to do the same thing when there's pressure in front of Hunter Shepard.
Matthew Phillips' helmet needed some repair work there, and the referee is trying to help him get that snapped up as Dylan Philippis, the assistant equipment manager, doing a good job getting Phillips back out on the ice. Draw one by Hershey, but Cleveland steps up to take it. At least the Bears look to possess it. Monsters get the face-off win. It's a head to center. Phillips down the left wing. Tripped up, tried to play to the middle, lost his balance. And Alex Limoges behind the net. Phillips back on his skates. Tries to dangle it free. Gaudette able to disrupt him and take the puck away. And Cleveland will hightail it to center ice. On the tape of a shot. Snaps a wrister, blocked by Prisky. To the corner it goes. The 14-15 to go in the second. 1-1. Cleveland from the point. Zabural's shot hit a body, knocked away. Vecchione looks up ice and leaves it there for Limoges. Has the trailer Prisky. Vecchione will drive the net. Limoges tries to get it to him. Blocked. But it comes right back to Alex Limoges. Knocked down from behind. Cleveland and Whalen will get the puck to center. Dunn and Whalen bringing in offensively. Two dangerous monsters on the ice right now. Add Pearson to that group. He had a formidable trio that's basically played like Cleveland's first line these playoffs. They open the scoring behind the net. Will set up shot. 13:40 to go, second period. Shots are 14 apiece. We're tied at 1 on the Penn State scoreboard. Hamanakta is in, sees a lane, looks the net, shoots, and Bjork got a stick on it to put it out of play. Well, the Bears are knocking on the door, but Cleveland has tied the game 1-1. 13:30 left in the second. You're tuned in to the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Jiffy Lube introduced the quick oil change. At Jiffy Lube Multi-Care, we also do brakes, tires, tune-ups, batteries, and more. No appointment needed. Vehicle maintenance? That's a job for Jiffy. Get your next oil change at Jiffy Lube. No appointment needed. And all these courtesy services will be included. We even vacuum and clean exterior windows. Need an oil change? That's a job for Jiffy.
The second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Orrstown Bank. Dream big, bank smart.
Alex Whalen at 2:48 of the second period has tied this game 1 goal apiece. Zach Fish, Garrett Mitchell, Todd Sadowski, ice side, and Albert, our producer, along with us. Welcome to the Bears fans watching at Arugas in Hummelstown as we look at the goal from Whalen on the third whack. But the Bears have had their chances, and they're due for a rebound goal themselves. They've been all over the Monsters since the tally from Whalen.
Yeah, I didn't actually realize it until just seeing that extra replay. It would be interesting in the NHL if that would have been a reviewed goal. Pearson goes right through Hunter Shepard's net there and almost kind of knocks him off, not allowing him to save that Whalen shot. But, that's not something we're able to challenge here in the American Hockey League. But it'd be interesting to see what the ruling would be in the NHL.
Something that hopefully eventually will come to the AHL. Face-off done unfairly. Hershey 0 for 2 on the power play in this game. Cleveland 0 for 1. Both teams' first try was abbreviated. 32 seconds for each squad as the face-off tied up. Rowe will knock it back to the point. Hamid Octel high and wide, gets the back glass. And beneath the goal line, Vecchione looking to track it down. Day keeps the rolling puck in. Conley at the point. Shot to the net, a save by Greaves. Pass off the far pad from Day. An intelligent shot there, springboards a rebound. Day with it again. Throws it down low, shot it into traffic. It hit the foot of Matejchuk and cleared to center ice. 2-on-2. Cleveland brings it forward. Pearson to the goal. Saved by Shepard. Fought off the chest protector. Day is there to clear it up the boards and missed by Whalen. Vecchione to center. Mirosnichenko on the dump in. High off the glass, so Greaves stays in his net. And the Bears changing. Sutter behind the goal. Puts the pressure on. Mirosnichenko able to knock it free. Could not center it with Rabinski. Flying out to the blue line. Keeps it in once, but not twice. Pushed hard into the boards, and the battle is on. Right in front of the penalty boxes where Dylan McElrath with a couple shoves to James Malatesta. 12:30 left, second period, 1-1. Malatesta rattles it to the Bears' blue line. Sutter is there. Third rounder Washington back in 2018. Knocks the puck forward. Laid offside. Tringayan on the tag up. Will bring it in. Bogdan Tringayan. 1-on-3 for Hershey. Push to the corner. To the point. Iorio flying in, but put in the body of Fix-Wolansky. The Monsters to center. Malatesta with Prisky back. Joining his cylinder. They get it to him, but just out of his reach. And the Bears breathe a sigh of relief there. Iorio trying to get it on the play. Couldn't get it past one of the Cleveland defenders. Fix-Wolansky helped make that play, and he's got it now. On the right wing, puts it wide of the goal to the far side. Rabinski to the near wing, clears out to center, and Fix-Wolansky back in neutral with 11:40 to go in the second. 1-1 here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. These Monsters on Eversay Die Club want to extend this series. The dump into the red line. Shepard will glove it and hang on. With 11:28 left in the second, and Cleveland threatening, will send it down to ice level to Todd Sadowski.
Logan Day has our goal for the Bears. You see Vinny Iorio get involved offensively. How about Chase Prisky? 11 points in these playoffs, 2 goals and 9 assists. That's good for 4th overall, top among all defensemen in the league. His 7-game point streak was snapped on Thursday, so Bears will look to see him make the score sheet tonight. When Prisky gets a point, the Bears are 9-0. When he doesn't, they're 0-2.
Thanks, Todd. Big save by Shepard off the faceoff. Quick wrist here from Mateau. And Prisky did have 3 goals as of yesterday. A scoring change that Prisky actually initiated, saying Jimmy Huntington tipped his shot on the game's first goal in game number 3 here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. So he picks up an assist instead. Huntington gets the tally as Jimmy wasn't going to say anything, and Chase said, hey, look, Jimmy got that one. It should be his, and the league made that change official this morning. 11:10 left in the second period. Cleveland to center. Gons chips it in behind the net. Trent Vogelhuber's got his club, giving it their all. Jake Massey with it to neutral. Ethan Frank on the backhand, able to guide it forward once, but not twice. And the Monsters and Mateau ahead. Down the right wing. Backhand pass to the middle. Shot to the net. Saved by Shepard off his left pad in the goal. And a penalty call is knocked down with Pucha. And Mikhail Pucha will draw the penalty as he checks up high. 10:46 left in the second. Cleveland will get their first real power play of the game.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of separation there from the Bears, I should say, in the defensive zone, especially tracking back. You just got to be careful you don't duplicate and both guys going to the same player. they've had some opportunities there where I'd like to see them pick up some sticks just a little bit quicker and take that play away.
Joe Snively shaking his head in the penalty box, but he's back there for the second time this game, and Cleveland looking to pull in front for the first time tonight. Prior to game number 4, they had led in this series. They win the face-off. Matejchuk out there with Juracek. The future of the Columbus Blue Line on full display here. Denton Matejchuk at his second professional game. Off the right wing boards. Top side to the captain Gauze. Wrist of the net. Tipped in front of Shepard by Dunn. Wide of the goal. Knocked free by Garrett Rowe to the point. Not out. Matejchuk shot into the side of that. Bounces in front. Out of midair. Dunn scores. Josh Dunn, hand-eye coordination to tap it in. A fortunate home ice bounce for Cleveland. They're in front 2-1 in the second of the power play.
Yeah, that's a heck of a play there by Dunn to pick that up off the dasher board behind the net and really make that one seamless tap into the back of the net. A heck of a goal by Dunn.
Just shrugs and says, hey, take it any way I can get it. And Cleveland once again has pulled in front here in the second period like they did in game number 4. Josh Dunn will get the goal with Snively in the boxes, 6 of the playoffs, having a monster postseason. He's going to draw a lot of interest around the league. And Cleveland up 2-1 here in Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. They rattled off 2 in a row here in the second period. And now it's the Bears that have to go back to work, trying to find an immediate answer. Huntington today at the point. Hershey not messing around here. Huntington in the slot. No shooting lane, goes down low today, knocked away from him. And the Monsters get the puck but can't clear it. The shot, second try, deflected up and out of play with 9:50 left in the second. An offensive zone draw for the Bears when we return. Cleveland has taken a 2-1 lead on a goal by Dunn on the power play. You're tuned in to the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
The Honda you want is here, so drive in the moment with the versatile CR-V or Accord. Both named a Car and Driver 10 Best. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Don't freak out, but you can get 50% off all menu price Domino's pizzas when you order online right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Right now? Right now?
Right now.
50% off, honey! Right now!
Now through the end of the week, get 50% off all menu price pizzas when you order online at Domino's.
It's always down to the wire every single race. We're fighting for tenths of a second. Sometimes it's milliseconds that will get you either pole position or you'll be, fifth on the grid. 5 Hour Energy. On race day, fits his tires fast. And I know fast.
Cleveland's taken a 2-1 lead here in the second period on the goal by Dunn. Hey, Bears fans, head on over to the Bears Den at Hershey Lodge before or after any home game to score buy one, get one free appetizer. View their menu at diningandhershey.com. Dunn from Matejchuk, his first professional point, and Gauze on the power play at 9:35. So bad bounce there for the Bears. They got to stay disciplined going forward as well. But how do you not panic? You got half a game left to turn things up and say enough's enough, let's pull away.
Well, that's exactly it. You have half a game left. That's a bad bounce. One that you could sit there all day and I guarantee you couldn't get the puck to bounce back in the same situation. So it's turned the page. You got to get one to get it back, this game back tied up, and then you move forward from there.
Off the draw, Phillips powers to the net. His shot block comes back to Hamid Akhtel. Ian Day getting a lot of ice time for assistant coach Patrick Whelan. Day to the blue line. Hamid Akhtel's there. Hands it off. Huntington across today. Left circle. Traffic in front. He threw it. And it's deflected wide of the goal. Beneath the goal line, Phillips trying to get it away from Zaboral. Little water bug back there. Dug free Day to Hamid Akhtel. Hamid Akhtel sees the C's part, brings it in, shoots off the shoulder, agrees. He's got it. And they're finally going to blow the play dead. How long did Jet Grease need to corral that puck before they blew it dead? Bears trying to find it, but Grease had it all along, and finally the officials said he had it covered enough. I think they might have just lost it.
Yeah, that's exactly. I think Steven Hiff there just wasn't sure where it was, and it looked like it was in Greaves' equipment there the whole time. But great job by Matthew Phillips to stick with it. You never know. If they're not going to blow the whistle, it's not on him, it's on the referee.
Well, you got to think that second line is on the cusp, too. They've been buzzing around quite a bit in this game. Everyone right now looking to find a little bit more.
Yeah, and I think, Jimmy Huntington there, he was one of the first guys, after, during the period there of Game 3, pretty critical of the group, and he set the tone here tonight so far for that line, and they've just been able to build off of it.
Vecchione off the face-off, unable to collect that puck. It's cleared back to center, where Massey tries to sidestep a monster and knock back to the defensive end of Cleveland, away from Miroshnichenko. On Trent Vogel here, I'm just throwing out this line every other shift. Dunn, Whalen, and Pearson. The impact they've had in this series has been immense. Miracek from the blue line gets the puck and drags a great shot block. Vecchione, and here come the Bears. Miroshnichenko and a steam to Vecchione, trying to give it back, and it's broken up, and Rowe brings it in offside. Oh, a game of inches. It looked like a 2-on-1, but just would not formulate the way those two want it.
Yeah, Garrett Rose, inches away from keeping that in, and that's coming back 3-on-1 on Cleveland's crease there. So, like you talked about, it's a game of inches, and as long as you're building on something and you're creating chances, you never hit the panic button when you're creating chances. So the opportunity's there. It's just sticking with it. Eventually, it's going to fall for you.
Give Vecchione a lot of credit for that shot block, too. And the Monsters going to the point, paying the price as one high and wide on the glove of Shepard. Rubinski looking to clear it, knocked away from him. Cleveland on the keep it. Matone, stick handling to the middle with the puck for the Monsters. Stick down and backhanded away. Up in the air it goes as it rainbows to the point. And chopped back behind the Hershey net where Iorio will maneuver it to the corner. Sutter comes in, throws his weight around, but Cleveland to the point for Bjork. Wrist shot deflection, Shepard the save. It's loose to the corner. Monsters grab hold. Rat tied up in front. They center and score. Brendan Gaunce. Cleveland wins a puck battle behind the net. Gaunce is first of the playoffs. 3 here in the second period for the Monsters. 3-1 Cleveland.
Yeah, and Gaunce is a veteran player there. He's in front of the net. He's a big, heavy kid that he really battles in front of the net. Tough guy to move. So. That's the Bears got to turn the page here. They got to get in and on the forecheck, similar to that first period there, and really dictate the play.
One thing that Todd Nelson cannot stand, no matter the result, is when his team loses puck battles. And right now the Monsters, fortunate bounces at times, yes, but they're winning the puck battles too. And that an example there, and they have the 3-1 lead. Brendan Gaunce, who was hurt to start the playoffs, had 19 goals in the regular season, makes it 3-1, and now the Bears feeling the heat here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Hamanaktel, blocked by Whalen. Line of the net, Snively looks to pick it up for Hershey. Knocking the puck loose along the boards for Frank. Where it's swept loose by Hendrix Lapierre. Hamanaktel with it again. Walks the line, fans on the pass, knocked free, but clear to the point. Day on the keeping, give away there. Can they take advantage? LaPierre to Day with the Bears changing. Chipped in and done, knocks it out of midair. Pass to LaPierre, goes awry into the point. Day has it. Logan Day trying to get it right back for Hershey. His shot got blocked, and the Bears turn back to center. Back behind the play, down and holding his face is Snively. Delayed penalty coming up on Cleveland. The Bears will gladly take a power play to try to stop the bleeding. Puck deflected wide. Limoges. Greaves will touch it up, and a penalty call the Monsters for high sticking. Question of how many minutes will it be, but Hershey desperately needing a goal here on the power play, down by 2 with 7 minutes left in the second.
Yeah, this is a huge power play, Zach, right now for the Bears. And that top line was just out there. It looks like they'll probably start the second power play unit here to get going right away and bring those other guys in right afterwards. But, you've got the ability to score on both units. We've seen that throughout the playoffs. This is a huge power play for the Bears.
Never say die. Cleveland Monsters got down 3-0 in this series, and we were surprised that it got there. And as good of a team as they are, 2 overtime wins to start it for Hershey, a sizable win in Game 3. Since then, the Monsters have been the better team. But now the Bears can make this a 1-goal game. Garrett Rowe is out there to take the draw. They win it. Power play Hershey. Matthew Phillips. Knocked away at the point. Short-handed, a shot ahead with Sillinger. Shot to the net, knocked down by Prisky. And it's picked back up to center as Prisky dumps. Huntington with row. Huntington veers away from the pressure. Stops on the left boards. Prisky to the right wing, Phillips. Left side, one-timer Miroslachenko, fanned on. Back behind the net row to take it. To the corner, Phillips. To the blue line, Prisky. Wines doesn't fire. Phillips to the goal, waits, holds, shoots. Deflected wide of the net. 31 power play points last season, looking to get on the board here. Down by 2, the Bears buzzing. Far side, Miroslachenko's one-timer blocked by Bjork. Cheated over there and got in the way. Great read by him. 1:05 left on the penalty to Zaboral. High-sticking minor. Hershey resets in their own zone. Prisky to Vecchione. Brings it in. Hands to Ethan Frank. Looks to the middle of the ice. Spins it off the referee. Got in the way. And then Frank smashed down by Sweezy. I want to talk about bad bouts. That didn't go the Bears' way either. Still 45 seconds. A goal on the power play. And all is forgiven. Doesn't matter if it comes in the final second. You just need one here. Snively will dump it in. Greaves can't play it. Hopped over his stick. On the chase, it's LaPierre. Looking to knock it loose. Juracek behind the goal. Cleared, but gloved and dropped by Frank. Now they got it set up. 30 on the power play. The time is now for the Bears. Down by 2. LaPierre behind the net. Too hot to handle for Limoges as Frank rushes over to keep it in. Limoges behind the net, but done there first. LaPierre guides him into the boards. Now a rugby scrum. Vecchione's got it. Taps it to Frank. 10 on the power play. Ethan Frank with the puck. Trying to cut the lead to 1. Snively, far side LaPierre. Snively with it again. LaPierre sweeps the goal, blocked on the way. What a kill from Cleveland. Back to full strength. Snively's in though. Holds and shoots, deflected wide the net. The Monsters' jerseys are black and blue, and they're going to be tonight. They're paying the price here to keep Hershey down by 2 still. Sutter on the dump it. Rubinski back to Sutter, cuts the goal and shoots a right pad save by Greaves, who's got the answer to everything right now. Iorio to Rubinski to McElrath, slap shot, that block. Tringayev in the way and cleared to center. And Iorio to take it back to McElrath on the dumping. So many close calls, and none of them have gone. Bears looking for a bounce, a break. A momentum change, something. Rubinski will flip it in off the glass and behind the net. To center ice, Tyler Angle with it. 4 minutes left in the second. Limped it in behind the Bears net where Hamid Oxtail has it and lost it. Stolen by Gons. Clear to the blue line. Gons away from Vecchione. Shot to the net, deflected in front of Shepard. Looking around past the right pad. To the corner it goes. The line cleared out to center. And the Bears right now trying to swing the pendulum back their way. They stepped up, take it away. Odd man rush. Gons shoots and scores. Gons beats Shepard 4 in the second. His second of the period. It's all Monsters here in game number 5.
Yeah, that's a heck of a shot there by Gons, and he's able to get it from distance there on Hunter Shepard. You know, we haven't seen a whole lot of that in the playoffs. You know, but right now for the Bears, it's how do you respond? You got 3:30 left. You know, get into the period here with something. You know, what do you build off of? So right now it's you got to do something. You got 3:30 left. You know, you're down 3, so you got to set the tone here going into the third, and it's got to be right now.
Big time for the captain to step up. New life injected in the Cleveland lineup. It maybe took him a couple games to get going, but Brendan Gons with a 3-point game, and the Bears have been blitzed here in the second period. They were 1-0 leaders. They surrendered 4 in a row in Cleveland, 4 goals on 20 shots. They got 3:31 to work with to try to swing something back your way, but the Monsters trying to book a ticket back to Chocolatetown for Game 6 on Monday. Jake Massey skating in along the left wing. Bodied into the boards. Flip back to the point. Prisky slap shot to the net. Wide agrees. Massey off the backboards. In front. Phillips can't find it. Now he does, and he put it wide. Cleared on the right wing and knocked away. The Monsters to center. They have been opportunistic. They have pounced. They deserve the 4-1 lead. An attempt by Prisky knocked away. And on a tough one, Day stepped up to neutralize the odd man rush. And maybe one Shepard normally gets. Past the glove on a nice shot by Gons with Shep a little deep in the crease. And I'll be interested to see if the Bears don't get one before the period ends here. If maybe Clay Stevenson gets his first action of the playoffs of the third period. Nothing against Hershey's all-star goalie, the best goalie in the league, but 4 in the second period on a low number of shots and maybe trying to spark the club too. I don't know, that's up to the coaches to decide. He's your all-star backstop, and that's why those guys get paid the big bucks. LaPierre in his own zone. Hand to center to Frank. 4-1 Cleveland on the Penn State L scoreboard. This one is blown up in the Bears' faces here in the second period. Ethan Frank though. Saw the Monsters come back a couple different times. The Bears are going to have to do that. Got to start chipping away. Can't score 3 at once. Frank to the net. No one home. Wide. But picked up by Snively. The line, Iorio. Another shot block from Cleveland. Get these guys some ice bags. This time it's Roman Ashawn. Iorio turned it over. Ashawn's got the puck. And the Bears right now are playing a bit bewildered in their own zone. Comes to center to Frank. Across to Snively. Leads for LaPierre. Trying to give it back. Monsters break it up. And Day with it to LaPierre along the left wing. McElrath with a minute 20 left in the second period. Shoots it in behind the goal off the tape with Snively. And picked up away to the far wing. And shot back behind the goal. Rubinski pushes away for the pressure. To Day at the point. Knocked away. Intended for Prisky. And the puck flipped up and out of play into the Hershey bench.
There's been a few different chances here, Zach. It just hasn't been able to be clicked for the Bears right now. They're just, it's one and done and not being able to create a second opportunity.
We'll take a breather and be back. Brendan Gons with 2, the Monsters with 4 in the second. 4-1 leaders in Game 5. You're tuned into the Eastern Conference Finals.
At Sheehy Auto Stores, find the perfect used car today. With over 25 locations, shop the Mid-Atlantic's largest selection of quality, affordable used cars. Choose from over 2,000 vehicles, all makes, all models, backed by our 5-day money-back guarantee. And you always get one easy upfront price. Plus, when you sell or trade your current vehicle, get up to 125% of KBB value. Find your next used car at Sheehy Auto Stores. Shop in-store or online.
It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy.com.
At AMCO, we've been fixing cars for almost 60 years. And over that time, a lot sure has changed. Cars have gotten more complex than ever. But the technicians at AMCO have the expertise to fix anything.
The problem's with your transmission valve body and torque converter. We do this all the time.
So if your check engine light is on, let us take a look. Because we know cars inside and out. AA MCO.
Second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Orrstown Bank, your trusted community bank since 1919. Well, the Bears will need 3 in the final 101 of the second and 20 minutes of the third period to at least pull into a tie. 4-1 Cleveland. Goals in the second period. Whalen at 2:48, Dunn at 9:35, Gons at 11:49, Gons at 16:29. Prisky gets the puck to Riley Sutter from the point. A bouncer wide of the goal. Bears having a hard time getting anything through right now. They've snuck on 17 shots on Jet Greaves. 17 shots in the third period in game number 4. They're going to need that many, if not more, in the third period of game 5. First check thrown Massey. Puck back out to center. Fuchsia knocking in behind the play. Rubinski and Juracek giving each other the business. They'll be separated and veer off to the bench. This building's going to get loud in about 10 seconds here. Appreciating the effort of the Monsters in this middle frame. 5 left in period 2. Behind the goal, Miros Nichenko. Cleveland ties up the puck. Vecchione centers, and that is it. The second period won soundly on the scoreboard by Cleveland. They are 20 minutes away from pushing this series back to Hershey. 4-1 leaders here in game number 5. The urgency, the desperation has come out in their play, and they have the Bears on their heels and wondering how they're going to pull off a comeback in the third. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, no, it's not. And, the Bears have to play their hockey, and right now they got away from that. And you talked about the amount of shots that Cleveland was able to block there. They got to get through the first layer and to give themselves any sort of chance.
Cleveland fronting pucks, getting in the way, causing all sorts of chaos. 4-1 leaders, the Monsters in front. Alex Whalen got it started, and they never looked back. Shots 20-17 in favor of the Monsters. We got our intermission report coming up, so stay with us. Todd Sadowski will bring us that coming up, and let's send it to Todd for a preview of what's to come on our intermission report. Todd.
Yeah, guys, shocked. On the far end, they scored 4, obviously, right in front of me. I can't believe the Bears didn't put one in. Sustained pressure just didn't work out. Coming up in our second intermission report, Cleveland rocks in the music world, that is. We talk to players, coaches, and Bears staff about their Rock and Roll Hall of Fame go-tos and favorite music. Plus, I'll be joined by John Walton for some second period analysis. For our Fox 43 viewers, we'll have a game break news and weather report for you. Zach and Garrett, you guys get the job of talking about the highlights, and it was not a pretty second period.
Yeah, ones we'd prefer not to talk about, but we do look forward to that. Hey, we haven't seen an epic comeback in the playoffs. I don't know, maybe the Bears have that in their back pocket. One can hope. But Cleveland giving them all they got in this series and tonight. 4-1 Monsters take a break and be back. Stick with us. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
The 2-1-6
Days without hockey can be hard.
Whoops. Oh, man.
You need to find something to do outside of this house.
No, I just need a deed.
Hadid Carpet is the one to trust for cleaning and restoration of your treasured Oriental rugs and for superior wall-to-wall steam cleaning in your home or office. For 15% off in-plant rug cleaning, call 866-HADID-1.
5 minutes for fighting?
We had the best vacation.
Yeah, and it was easy with the points we earned with the flagship card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
They had the best vacation. Look at all those fish. I love our points.
Yeah, me too.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
We're back at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse for our second intermission report. It's the Eastern Conference Finals, game number 5 between the Bears and the Monsters. Well, the Bears' stay in Cleveland was extended courtesy of that Game 4 loss. And since we had a few extra days, and this is the city that rocks, I talked to some members of the Bears organization about their musical preferences. It sounds like a concert after the Game 4 victory for the Monsters. Cleveland brags they're the birthplace of rock and roll, which got me thinking, who would the Bears check out at the nearby Hall of Fame?
I'm not a big rock and roll guy. Probably Bon Jovi. I mean, he's like one of the probably first answers that anyone would say.
I'd go check out AC/DC for sure. Big fan. Johnny Cash. Guns N' Roses. Those are probably my top 3.
You work with a lot of youngsters. Do they have a good taste in music, or do they not have an appreciation for the rock and roll that you'd like to listen to, Coach?
Actually, they're all over the map with their genres, and Frankie handles the music. He's all right. Curtis, our strength and conditioning coach, I prefer his music.
If we're talking legendary rock and roll, there has to be a road crew involved. so we talked with the guys that do some heavy lifting on our broadcasts.
My parents were huge fans of the Eagles, so that's what I grew up listening to all the time. Got to see them in concert in D.C. a couple of years ago. Unfortunately, Glenn Fry had already passed, but his son Deacon did an amazing job filling in. Vince Gill was there as well, so getting to see all of them in person, and Don Henley, who my dad was a big fan of growing up in person, was awesome.
I'm a big country guy, so I wouldn't, I brushed up on rock and roll. For me, like growing up in the 90s, like Nirvana and that kind of stuff.
You know, I got to say, I'll go with 3 Bs. I'll go with Bob Marley, just saw the biopic, loved his work. Billy Joel, and I got to go with the Bee Gees, kind of a deep cut, but saw a documentary about them a couple of years ago. I think it's one of the best music documentaries, and they've always had a pretty solid body of work.
All good answers. For the Bears, no need to sing the blues. One more victory in the series, and they're rocking and rolling their way back to the Calder Cup Finals. We'll be back with more Hershey Bears playoff hockey after this.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
You get more for your money at Thompson Creek. With Thompson Creek Windows, you'll see your utility bills go down as the summer heats up, and you can get windows now and pay later.
We do it all, design, build, and install.
So you won't pay the middleman markup.
You get high-quality windows at an affordable price.
Buy one window, get one 40% off.
Call now to save 40%.
Call 855-57 Creek now for this amazing offer.
Home sweet Thompson Creek.
25 years ago, when I was just a boy, I couldn't imagine a world where cancer was a curable disease. Thanks to research funded by the Prostate Cancer Foundation, all that is changing.
I've had prostate cancer.
My dad had it, which means now I'm at a greater risk.
For a long time, cancer was one step ahead.
Now, the Prostate Cancer Foundation's research is delivering new treatments to patients all the time.
It's more time with family and rounds with good friends.
And that's more golf with my dad.
That's more chances to take you down. Join us as we finally take the lead over cancer and put this game behind us once and for all. The Prostate Cancer Foundation, they're saving lives.
I beat it, and so can you. To get ahead of the game, go to pcf.org to learn more.
Capital One Arena is the capital of entertainment for all the best concerts and shows to hit the DMV. From heart-pounding music to show-stopping performances, Capital One Arena has it all. Check out some of the shows coming this month. TXT, Aventura, Frankie Beverly and Maze, Fade, Janae Aiko. Visit CapitalOneArena.com for more information.
We're back at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland, Ohio. It is the second intermission report for Game 5. And before we talk about the second period, which I'm going to put off as long as we possibly can, just had a story where we had a little bit of fun on the off day about going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What band, what performers would you check out? I throw it out to you, good sir. Who would you go see if you could over at the Hall of Fame?
Well, I would say first they're playing Journey and Don't Stop Believing in the house right now, which is probably something that Hershey needs to hear. I'm going to go with Nirvana. I'm going to go with Metallica. It was a great story that you did. And yeah, it's rock and roll very much alive here in Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm going to look at U2, the Beatles, or the Stones, both of them. And so many Canadians in hockey. How could you not go with Geddy Lee and Neil Peart and Alex Lifeson and
Rush
the boys?
Is perfectly good.
And Rush, that would be awesome too. Saw them many times in concert. All right, I guess we should talk some hockey, and there wasn't a lot of good things to talk about in there. How'd you see the second period play out? What went wrong? Because a lot of it happened.
A lot went wrong. They weren't able to really handle Cleveland's forecheck, and that was the biggest problem for me, Todd. Brandon Gauntz turned it into his personal highlight reel. He just came down from Columbus. He was cleared on waivers. He's their captain. They didn't have him, and he led the charge mainly because the Bears could not handle the Cleveland forecheck. They were making sloppy puck mistakes. They weren't getting a lot of shots in the offensive zone. Got to have more from lines that aren't the LaPierre, Frank, and Snively line. All in all, that's why you get what you get. The Bears are going to have to be a whole lot better in the third period.
Look, overtime goals loom even larger now from games 1 and 2, that you're able to get that 3-0 lead. It doesn't matter the building. It doesn't matter the ice surface. They have to start building something that works against the Monsters before they go back to Hershey, and they need to do it in the third period, win or lose. They need to figure something out against this team.
Well, you talk about the overtime games. That's a good illustration of how close this series has been. And I think without saying it, Todd Nelson would probably tell you they didn't come out in Game 4 the way they wanted because they had won 6-2. They'd won 3 straight games. But in reality, those games at Giants Center, as Bears fans know, were way closer than that. Those could have gone either way. This Cleveland team is good. And this third period, and if it ends up going back to Giants Center for Game 6, this is a pivotal moment right now. You've got to get more offense. You've got to be able to make better puck decisions, and don't let that forecheck beat you. Use the speed to your advantage, especially with the top line, but do it all the way through.
All right, so we got 20 more minutes to see what the Bears can figure out.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking it.
Has the most impact on the game. Good luck to all from York Mitsubishi, located just off.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the Turbo Max engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC's.
When Dave says these cars are going fast, I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on Rogue, one of 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
When we started this company, we had to look deep and find what is most important: our customers, our co-workers, and our community. We built a reputation based on a strong work ethic and friendly, highly trained technicians who take pride in their work, providing a level of service that you just don't see anymore. Since 1979, Crop Metcalf has been home of the 5-star technician. So right now, call or go online and see what real customer service means.
Is the one with 5 stars.
King Spa is not just an ordinary spa. We were the first Korean spa to exist in the United States. We are trying to combine modern features with authentic Korean cultures. We are very proud of what we have built here so far. We are very grateful for the presence of M&T. I just thought that traditionally banking service is just a banking service, but it's more like friendship, to be honest.
I definitely see M&T growing with us. I just think they're the best partner we could have.
No matter where you are or what you drive, Rock Auto has all the parts your car will ever need.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto. Carlson fires, score!
It's time to join Club Red 365, our exclusive season ticket membership.
As a member, you receive the best seating options, guaranteed playoff tickets, access to exclusive events and gifts. What's up, dude? Monumental money for food and apparel at Capital One Arena, and more.
Grab your membership today and take advantage of all your benefits. Go all caps, all season long. For more information, visit washcaps.com/season tickets.
Tie this game and try to force a little more hockey. With Garrett Mitchell, I'm Zach Fish from the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. It is a rockin' atmosphere. Hexa fans are loving this here. We're getting chirped We're out in the middle of everything in the middle of the section. Somebody's had a few too many beverages, but hey, he's having fun because the Monsters are up 4-1. We're going to look at the highlights here from this second period of play, and not a lot of good things to talk about for the Hershey Bears. A lot to build on for the Cleveland Monsters as they try to come back in this series. Start with a hard-working goal. You talk maybe this one be reviewed at the NHL level with Justin Pearson going through Shepard, spinning him around, but Alex Whalen's had himself a whale of a series. That's his nickname. He makes it 1-1 early.
Yeah, he's been really good. That fourth line for Cleveland right now has been phenomenal. You know, they've really dictated the pace and set the tone for Cleveland's offense.
Monsters take the lead on a goal by Josh Gunn out of midair on the power play. It hits the backboards and pops in front with Joe Snively in the box. 2-1 Cleveland, thinking, all right, we're down by one if you're a Bears fan. Just start working your way back. A lot of time left in this one, but Cleveland wouldn't be done. Didn't Matejchuk. There's another look at the replay on the goal by Dunn out of midair, and can't fault Hunter Shepard for that one, but here's a play from behind the net that the Monsters win the battle, and Brendan Gaunce gets behind Vincent Iorio, and a big period for Brendan Gaunce. He had 3 points. This is first of 2 goals.
Yeah, and you talk about him getting injected into the lineup. Obviously, he gets hurt with Columbus up in the NHL. You know, so it's a huge addition for him to come back, and you know, he's been really good tonight. Obviously, huge goal for him from distance on Hunter Shepard. You know, beats him on the glove side.
Would you put Shepard back in for the third period? You've been in these scenarios before.
Yeah, you know, and if you take him out, it's not because of his play. You know, it's just to try to inject something into it. We know that we've got a great goaltender in Clay Stevenson, so, you know, it might not be a bad move right now, you know, to change it up. You know, you allow the Bears to come out and play a third period and see where it goes.
Third period around the corner. Hershey needing 3, down 4-1 to the Cleveland Monsters. See what they're made of here. Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. You're watching Hershey Bears hockey.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Get 1.9% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models, or get $4,000 purchase cash on this Sierra. We are professional grade GMC.
Get your next oil change at Jiffy Lube. No appointment needed. And all these courtesy services will be included. We even vacuum and clean exterior windows. Need an oil change? That's a job for Jiffy. Jiffy Lube introduced the quick oil change. At Jiffy Lube Multi-Care, we also do brakes, tires, tune-ups, batteries, and more. No appointment needed. Vehicle maintenance? That's a job for Jiffy.
If you need $750 or $1,500, up to $3,000, just go to WeFixMoney.com and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
The symptoms started around 2011, going through different doctors, a lot of misdiagnosis.
I struggle with tremors, double vision, brain fog, and chronic pain.
I picture myself being in this place and everything being out of reach. The MS is getting worse, and I'm still just stuck in this little body.
Primary progressive MS. It's comparable to a house where things aren't working as they should. It's not something you could sleep off. You wake up, it's still there.
When you hear about a cure, it brings that hope back.
It would mean to my kids that they get their mom back.
And people would be saying, hey, remember MS? You know what that is?
If no one would have to ever experience this, it would just change the world.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey in the Eastern Conference Finals. Zach Fish, Garrett Mitchell, Todd Sadowski with you here, and we talked about it'll be Clay Stevenson to take over in goal for the third period, his AHL playoff debut with the Bears down 4-1. Todd Nelson looking for a spark. Even if you don't come back in this game, maybe give Hunter Shepard a little bit of rest, and we're talking about a guy that had an absolutely sensational regular season, the second best goals against average in all the AHL. So Stevenson can get his first playoff appearance here for the Bears in the third, with Hershey down by 3.
Yeah, and he's been so good. That tandem, all year has been so strong, and you're not throwing a guy in that the guys don't believe in. This is a kid that came in and unbelievable shutout record and played some heck of a hockey down the season here.
Well, let's see what the Bears are made of here in the third period, facing some adversity and danger of dropping back-to-back games in regulation for the first time all season. Regular season and playoffs combined. They lost 2 in a shootout in a row at one point. None of those in the playoffs. As Sutter's shot block comes loose to Logan Day. The Bears' lone goal scorer. They're down 4-1 on the Penn State Health scoreboard. Day with the puck to the slot to Sutter. Back to Logan Day. Trying to chip away at this. He'll wrap it behind the goal. Spins and shoots short side. Over the net it goes. Sutter after it. It does not have to be a flurry where you score 3 in a row. But remember, the Bears did score 3 in 2:18 in game number 3. It is certainly possible. Down, but not out. They need their best effort of the series here to chip away at this. Pucha to center. Cleveland and the black and blue sweaters working offensively. Pucha pulls up along the boards to the point in the feet of Billy Sweezy. Sends it back on the goal. Brendan Gaughan on the backhand, looks to cut out front, trying to go for a hat trick. Knocked away from him, and Frank along the far wing looking to knock the puck free. Opposite of us, camera side. It's picked up by Snively looking to clear it. He and Gaughan's contend for the puck. Saboril on the keep-in. To Gaughan. Short side chance. Stevenson with his first save. There's goaltender with 24-10-2 with a 2.06 goals against average and a 92% save percentage, tying a franchise record with 7 shutouts. Pucha to the line. Fell down. Can the Bears take advantage? Phillips is in. Couldn't get the shot. Wraps it behind the goal through the crease. And no one there. It's cleared to center. Phillips just couldn't get that shot off, but made the best of it. Iorio walks in to the slot. Way over the goal as he is falling down. Phillips again, saved by Greaves and covered. Unfortunately, at times, for this line in particular, close but no cigar comes to mind.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you know what, Zach? It's when you're getting opportunities, and for these guys right now, you talked about in the second period, they're not far off of breaking through. This game even, excuse me, in itself, they've been great. They've had opportunities, and it's going to come for this line.
Huntington, Limoges, and Phillips on the ice with 2:01 gone here in the third period. Draw one, and Phillips to the point for Day. It's the puck to Jimmy Huntington on the perimeter, looking to the middle of the ice. Pass knocked down by Malatesta, and Cleveland the other way. Shot in behind the net of Stevenson. Off the back of the boards, looking for a Malatesta retrieval, but Day is there instead. Stevenson played last year in the ECHL playoffs. Does not have any American League experience. It was 2-3 last year in the ECHL playoffs with 211 goals against average. Octel missed it. Fix-Wolanski's in. Day deflects it up and out of play. And we've seen a few too many of those cases where a Bears defenseman just hasn't been able to find it, neutral ice. They've jumped up and missed it, and it results on a rush in for Cleveland. Luckily, Trey Fix-Wolanski couldn't power it through.
Yeah, good stick there to deflect it up and out of play there. But you don't have to score right away. It's something that you just got to play the right way. Obviously 17:30 left here. You got to play the right way, and it doesn't have to be in the first shift, but build shifts off of it, and then go into the offensive zone and have your chances. So, you saw some sustained time in the O-zone there for the Bears in the first period. Just got to go back to that same spot and really start to put some pressure on Cleveland.
Stevenson makes the save on a wrist shot from the point, and no rebound from him. He was looking around a little bit. That's a tough spot. Stevenson has not played in a game since April 17th. And he won that one, made 27 saves on 30 shots in a victory against the Charlotte Checkers to end the regular season. Since then, he has been relegated to practicing, and a game situation, that's much different.
Yeah, it is, but those guys are prepared. Everybody's a professional out here. That they know what they're doing. They're going to go out and do their job. So, like I said, the guys have full faith in what Clay can do and what he did throughout the regular season.
Well, he's going to need to be a wall if the Bears have any chance of making this interesting. Down 4-1 with nearly 3 minutes gone in the third period. Monsters trying to force a game 6. Took 6 games last year for the Bears to win the series. In the Eastern Conference Finals versus Rochester. Nearly a 3-on-2 broken up by Cleveland on the back check, but Rowe picks it up. Sees part of it for Iorio. Wobbles with the puck and gets it to McElrath. Pulls away from the pressure to row at the line. A slap shot to the net, knocked away. Miro Stachenko in front, did not get through to Jet Greaves. And the Monsters' Whalen will clear to center. Whalen in the red line, fakes the slapper, brings it in 1-on-2 and just taps it behind the net. We'll head off for a change with 16:35 to go here in the third period. McElrath, a little knuckler to center ice. It's Sutter to take it, to clear it in, but Rybinski will pick it back up at center after Cleveland sent it to the Hershey zone. Rybinski to Hamanaktel. Artie Hamanaktel, the center ice, over the blue line, over the Cleveland logo. On the flip in, wide of Greaves to the corner. Zaboral's after it. Stick check by Trinyean. Puck comes loose, but the Monsters have it beneath the goal line. 4 minutes off the clock here in the third. A shot in offensive. Can't give one up to Cleveland. That would be a total deal breaker. You get the next one, you're within 2. Feeling a little better about yourselves, but still a long mountain to climb. Senate here, and it does not have to come all at once. Need something positive to build off of here. They wait. They make the change, and Massey to center. Deflected in behind the net. Greaves to play it, leads for Matejchuk. Up the boards, and Matejchuk, 75 points this past season for Moose Jaw. Captain there in the Western League. Gets the puck behind the net. New stick trying to get around it. Massey stick checked him, comes to the line. Prisky across, open is Snively. No cut in, Snively shoots wide of the goal. There's a miss the net. More headshots blocked a lot in this one.
Yeah, they really have, Zach. You talked about just getting that first puck through Cleveland's players. They've done a great job of blocking that shot, and if they've not, they've been able to contest it to push it wide.
5 minutes, 10 seconds gone in the third. Iorio wheeling out of his own zone. Hershey's Vincent Iorio to Hendricks Lapierre at center. On the dump in with the Bears change. Breeze plays to the corner behind the net. Helping hand of Juracek. Up the middle. Huntington creates a steal. Phillips with it. Down low Limoges to McElrath. Blocks. Couldn't get it through. He's got it again. McElrath slaps to the goal off the backboards. It deflects right to Jet Greaves, and he will cover it with 14:27 left in the third. So many looks for this line. You got to think the dam is going to break eventually, but seems like the card's stacked against him right now. Unable to get that puck through on a couple different occasions.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes, Zach, when it's not clicking, and passes aren't on the tape to be able to go through the neutral zone with speed and pace, and really getting that defenseman up in the play. Right now the Bears have just been a one and done and haven't been able to create an opportunity in front of Greaves, where there's a loose puck and they're whacking at it.
Stanley Cup Finals starting tonight in the NHL. The Florida Panthers 1-0 leaders over the Edmonton Oilers. That is in the first period in Sunrise down south in sunny Florida. Former Bears equipment manager, former Bears athletic trainer, I should say, Brian Riedel, is currently an assistant athletic trainer with the Florida Panthers, wishing him and Florida all the best. Limoges behind the net, looks to knock it free. Dunn is there. Limoges got hit hard the boards. The Monsters with the puck. It's Whalen down the right wing. A shot handled by Stevenson. He'll corral the rebound and scoop it into his glove for a face-off. An immediate timeout. Trent Vogel-Huber big on the first 6 minutes. His team has kept the Bears off the board. 4-1 Cleveland in front. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Faulkner Subaru makes it easy and affordable to upgrade to a new all-wheel drive vehicle.
Days without hockey can be hard.
Whoops. Oh, man.
You need to find something to do outside of this house.
No, I just need a deed.
Hadid Carpet is the one to trust for cleaning and restoration of your treasured Oriental rugs and for superior wall-to-wall steam cleaning in your home or office. For 15% off in-plant rug cleaning, call 866-HADID-1.
5 minutes for fighting?
4-1, Cleveland in front. They have the lead. And we'll check an ice level with the third man on our crew, Todd Sadowski, standing by.
Yeah, you mentioned what a tough spot this is for Clay Stevenson. I'm sure that adrenaline is rushing right now. He looks like he's trying to keep himself calm in net. Had 1 or 2 pucks just spill out a little bit, and that covers up right away. So I think you're just trying to calm himself down. And they talk about the offense, obviously a lot of pressure on them. I think the defense wants to have a smooth period as well and get some rhythm, give that offense a chance to get back in this game.
Maybe a timeout, see if Hershey can parlay that into anything. Rowe run into as he tried to get the puck hand pass called on Cleveland. For those listening on the Bears Radio Network, as well as the Capitals Radio Network, quick pause, 10 seconds for station identification. Well, after a 6-2 win in Game 3, you thought, all right, maybe the Monsters are down and out. You didn't think it would be easy, but Monsters have crawled out from under their beds. Stevenson lost it. The Bears knocked it to center. 4 in the second period. Fans wanted a penalty as Miroshnichenko spun down. They'll let that go too. Eye for an eye. We play on. Center point Day. Straight away with it. Left side Vecchione. Blue line Hamanaktown. Seems like there's a guy in their way every time they got it. Day from the right wing. Looks for a lane. Vecchione's one-timer. Wide of the goal. Vecchione again within the slot. Blocks. Feel like a broken record on these shots, unfortunately, and give Cleveland a lot of credit. It's not for a lack of effort from Hershey. Miroshnichenko wide of the goal. And back to center it goes to Prisky as Hershey will smash it back in. Monsters set it up in their own zone. 12:50 left, third period. Bears still in control of the series, 3-1. Cleveland trying to make it 3-2 and send it back to Chocolatetown. Massey lost an edge and fell down. He'll get back to his feet and play it behind the net. Grabinski up the boards will tip it down, no icing. Reeves to play it in the trapezoid. We barely got there, but able to maneuver it away from Bogdan Trineyev. It's got into center. Over the blue line, Matejchuk is in offside. 12:23 to go in the third period. And Hershey unable to cut into the Cleveland 4-1 lead on the Penn State L scoreboard.
Yeah, and Zach, you keep talking about getting shots blocked, and you know, as a forward and as a player, former player, I guess I should say, it's extremely frustrating when you can't get that puck through the first time, and you know, you can see a little bit of just deflation out there when it does get, you know, that shot does get blocked. You know, credit to Cleveland for blocking them all, but it's frustrating because, you know, then the puck goes the other way and you're not able to sustain those on time. So it's an extremely frustrating thing when you have to go through that.
Yeah, just 3 shots so far in this period here for the Bears. 20 in the game, being outshot 24-20. Sutter to center, down past Rabinski. Complains to the officials, but did not get a piece in icing. He's called on Hershey with a draw to come. In the defensive zone for the Bears. In the ECHL, the Kansas City Mavericks are trying to stay alive. They trail in the Kelly Cup Finals 3-1 to Florida. 3-1 third period Mavericks lead. They win that game, they stay alive. Florida is trying to win their 3rd consecutive Kelly Cup. That's crazy.
That's got to be a record, no? Is there anybody
hasn't
that's ever
happened in the ECHL to my knowledge. Josh Hosang, remember him?
Yeah,
former Bridgeport Sound Tiger and Islanders prospect, playing for that Florida team. Trineyev to center. He'll get the puck for Hershey, brings it in down the left wing. Up the middle now, he shoots off the right shoulder. Greaves, who juggled it out of midair with the stick, knocked it away. Grabinski to the point. Something to build off there for Hershey on a good rush. Trineyev has it again. Taps it today on the backhand. Pushes away from the pressure. Sees a pass down low, but out of the reach of Trineyev. Centers Rabinski. Wide of the goal on the chance from the bottom hash mark. Good setup. On the finish, once again, just not there from Hershey.
Yeah, great job by Trineyev there on the forecheck, too.
Hamanaktown on the near wing. Today, Lee Snively right to Frankie. Shoots. Oh, Greaves, a stick save on a shot against the green. Just got a piece of it. Robbing Frank of his 10th goal of the playoffs. LaPierre with it behind the net. Manhandle, knocked down. Snively, though, cuts to the goal, blocked. And Day on the keep-in behind the net. To Ethan Frank, wiggles out of trouble. Under 11 left here in the third. Frank to the net. Knocked away by Sweezy. To the corner boards, out of the reach of Snively. Juracek pushes Snively off the puck, knocks his stick out of his hands. For the third time tonight, Joe Snively is going to the penalty box. And then LaPierre just came in and sticked Juracek and took him down after the play, and Sweezy wants a piece.
Yeah, it's going to set up for an interesting third here, Zach. And, you know, something that the Bears, you know, can do right now is build on what you're going for, you know. And obviously, you know, right now it's sitting at 4-1. But it's how, you know, if this ends up going back home, you got to set the page, you know, for how it's going to be played back home as well.
Snively off for slashing. And LaPierre probably lucky he didn't get one there too. In the playoffs, the officials will give him a stern warning. Sweezy came in to give him a piece of his mind and a little shove in the boards as well. All right, so you need the penalty kill here. Here's a look. Juracek fends off Snively a bit, and then Snively comes down hard with the slash, and you can see Snively going, what about the hold before? Clock needs to be reset on an unfair face-off. 3 seconds will be added. It started early. Now, frustrating seems to be the right word for the Bears in this game.
Well, and it's frustrating too, Zach, because they haven't been able to set up a forecheck. So it's one of those games I've talked about before on air, where you go around and you skate around, but you don't have a whole lot to show for it. And right now for the Bears, they really don't.
Rowe with the steal, though, short-handed to the net, Greaves the save. And Garrett Rowe, you know, is going to give everything that he has. There's no doubt the Bears are doing what they can to push here. This has not gone their way tonight. A second period that they'll want to erase from their memory banks in real short order. Still 10:34 to contend with 10 seconds into the Snively slashing minor. It's a power play for Cleveland. They have a power play goal in this game. This is their third try. 1 for 2 tonight. Sutter, McElrath, Massey, and Rowe, the four-man team out on the ice. Matejchuk around Rowe, works it in, but McElrath on the takeaway, leads to Rowe, smashes it down the ice. Rowe to clear it, Greaves to leave it. The Cleveland goaltender behind the net will set it up. Fresh rotation over the boards, Rubinski and Triniev, along with Pavanaktel and Iorio. Offside on Cleveland, and a face-off to come in neutral with 10:06 left in this one. You're just joining us. It was 1-0 Hershey after the first. Logan Day scored, but Alex Whalen, Josh Dunn, Brendan Gaunce, and Gaunce again has Cleveland up front 4-1. Gaunce with 2 goals and assists. York with 2 helpers tonight. The multi-point scores for the home team, as the hosts know that this is their final home game of the series. They're leaving it all on the line tonight. Still with it to Pucha behind the goal. Clay Stevenson now in net for Hershey. Took over for Hunter Shepard in the third period. Chipped up the board. Pucha on the hold-in. D across. Bjork has it to Stanislav Svozil. Top side now. Bjork with it again to Pucha. Cutting across. And the feet of Svozil fanned on it. Iorio tries to power it ahead. He gets locked up along the boards, and Triniev there to help out. Clock down to 9:20. Third period, 35 seconds left on the Snively minor. Pucha to the left wing. Flips it on across. Kept it to the point by Owen Sillinger. Triniev gives him a shove. Knocked loose. Rubinski pokes it to center. How about a shorthanded goal? Down the left wing. Rubinski with Pucha the forward, back to the goal. He shoots. Great save, Greaves. Off the left arm. Henrik Rubinski with the chance for Hershey. Just couldn't get it through. He had one of Hershey's short-handed goals this regular season. Well, the Bears do kill it off and remain just down by a field goal. 9:03 and 8:41. Stranger things have happened. We talked about 3 goals in 2:18. There's Pearson though. In down the left wing, leads to Dunn. Wide of the net, disrupted just ever slightly by Huntington, who's got it now to center. 4-1 Cleveland on the Penn State Health scoreboard. Rattled back to center. Jake Massey with it for the Monsters onside. Going to the net is Prisky. He'll veer off. Massey wrap around. Oh, there was room. Someone got a stick on it to deflect it away and keep this a 4-1 game.
Yeah, great play there by Jake Massey. Gets his feet moving, and Sabozo's just able to stick a stick in there and deflect it out. But that was going in.
Breeze was not there at the post. There was space from our vantage point. Stanislav Svozil sees a goal. Massey lost this one. Off ice, a shot on the steal at Pearson. Sean across to Pearson. And his feet on the right circle. And the Bears catch a break on that one. Mirosnichenko to Vecchione. Over the blue line. Knocked away from him. And chipped off the boards to the line. And out to center where Rowe has it. Pavanaktel. 7:25 to go in the third period. And 4-1 Cleveland in total control. Hardy's pass way off the mark for Lapierre. Bears have to turn back. Pavanaktel to Iorian. It's the puck to Snively. Tries to shoot it in. He does so. They center. In front, they miss right. Left side, one-timer. Pavanaktel denied by Greaves. And no rebound. 7:04 left third period. Cleveland leads 4-1. They are on their way to making this quite the interesting series if they can get it back to Hershey. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern.
Every time I needed a new phone, I had to switch carriers.
I told him, at Verizon, everyone can get the best deals. Like that iPhone 15 on them.
Switching all the time, it wasn't easy.
35. You're gonna be here forever.
And
here's your wireless contract.
Do I need a lawyer for this? Those were hard days.
Representative, switch!
Now that I got a huge storage and battery upgrade, I'm officially done switching.
New and existing customers get iPhone 15 on us when they trade in any iPhone, any condition, guaranteed.
I really wish you told me sooner.
I did.
Let's ride together.
So I can bring any car to Oarsman, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and they'll buy it?
That's what they just said on TV.
Doesn't matter what year, make, or model.
No.
And I can get Kelley Blue Book for it?
More, 125%.
And if I buy a new car, I'll get their buyer's edge with $1,500 in bonus extras?
Yes.
I find that very hard to believe.
And don't forget at Oarsman, we'll buy any car. Oarsman, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. Let's ride together.
Calder Cup champion, Hershey Bears.
Here, this team and this crowd did something.
There's fans. The goal of Penn State Health is to keep the people of Central PA healthy so they can live the way they want. This is why they continue to innovate, expand, invest in the conditions we treat people they care for right here close to home. Penn State Health. 4-1 Cleveland Monsters, 7:04 left in this one. Zach Fish, Garrett Mitchell, Todd Sadowski, along with producer Ed Albert. Our thanks to the crew in Cleveland for providing us their production feed here, bringing you the broadcast. Prisky off the draw. Missed Snively, but it comes today instead. Now Snively with it for the point. Across to Prisky. Cutting in and shooting. Saved by Greaves off the chest protector. This is Jack Greaves playing the best we've seen these last two games. See why he had the numbers he did coming in this series. Pass explodes off the foot of Prisky. Gons ahead. Pulls up and centers. Prisky got back and took it away. Snively at the red line, chips across over the logo. Frank with it, brings it in along the left flank, behind the net, escapes the check, digs it loose. Lapierre can't tap it to the line, but Pavanaktel does get it. Battle in front of the goal. Prisky to Pavanaktel off the boards. He just has to chip it deep. Couple passes from the blue liners that do not connect. It sends the Bears backwards in their own zone. Pavanaktel out of midair to Phillips with 6:10 to go in the third period. And Todd Nelson with his team down by 3 pulls the goalie super early at Aller. He wants to see his team build some offensive pressure before he does that.
Yeah, I think that's what you'll see, Zach. I think he'll keep him in there for a little bit. You know, you got to build off of something, and you know, you don't want to give up too many. So right now, I think you just keep them in there. You know, play your game and kind of see where it goes here down the stretch.
Cleveland 5 minutes and 40 seconds away from forcing Game 6 at Giant Center on Monday. Phillips lost it. Sutter shoots wide of the goal. Skips off the backboards out of the reach of Phillips. And cleared to the line, but kept in. Alex Limoges with it. Sutter spun down. Officials letting him play as Sutter slow to get up in some pain. And back to center it goes. The Monsters clear it to Massey at his own blue line. Rose to Massey with the Bears change. Vecchione up ice has got it. Tapped away by Matejchuk. Got a good play at the line. Cleveland gives it away though. Vecchione on the steal. Goes down to the reach of Prisky with Rowe trying to screen in front. Here's Stachenko. Fans on the shot. Able to get away though from Whalen. Knocked off balance. Here's Stachenko still with it behind the goal. Pushed into the boards. Given a rough ride there by Gaudin. Bears come away with it. Vecchione. Under 5 left to Rowe at the line. Massey to Prisky. Sends it free along the near wing. A lot of work on the perimeter. Nothing to the net right now for Hershey. Down goes Whalen to the corner. The puck underneath him. He's content just sitting there on top of it. He's trying to find it. It's stuck in somebody's equipment somewhere. 4:28 left in the third period. And the Bears down by 3. Check in with Todd Ice Level when we return. 4-1 Monsters. You're tuned into Game 5 of the 2024 AHL's Eastern Conference Finals.
So you made some money. Want to make it do more? Make it do more than more. With Robinhood Gold, you can make your money do the most. Make your cash do 5% APY. That's a lot. At 8 times the national average, that's bigger than big. That's huge. Make your money make more money. That makes more money. Make your money do the most. Get Robinhood Gold and make your cash earn 5% APY. Join today and get your first 30 days free.
At Sheehy Auto Stores, find the perfect used car today. With over 25 locations, shop the Mid-Atlantic's largest selection of quality, affordable used cars. Choose from over 2,000 vehicles, all makes, all models, backed by our 5-day money-back guarantee. And you always get one easy upfront price. Plus, when you sell or trade your current vehicle, get up to 125% of KBB value. Find your next used car at Sheehy Auto Stores. Shop in-store or online.
It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy.com.
4:28 left in this one. 4-1 Cleveland here in Game 5. Ice level to Todd Sadowski.
Just a reminder, as if we needed it, these cups don't come easy, right? And we talked about the parallels between this Calder Cup run and last year's. Well, 4 games. They had a tough one against Lehigh Valley to get through. Hartford didn't really offer a lot of resistance. And then you get to Rochester last year. I think everybody felt like you were going to close them out in the 5th game. Disappointed in that result and had to drag it out to Rochester to get to Game 6. I know we go home, but I think a lot of people felt like the Bears would close this thing out in at least 5 here, and they're going to have to do it at home now. By the way, they've closed 5 consecutive playoff series in the white jerseys away from Giants Center, so it would be pretty exciting to do it in front of the home fans.
Not exactly what they had planned, but as long as you get it done and get a chance to play for the Calder Cup. And Garrett, this is why you play all year for home ice advantage. The Bears are going to go home and have that shot. Stevenson was headed to the bench for an extra attacker. Shot goes wide. He has to scramble back on a giveaway from Hershey. Thank goodness the Monsters complaining that Stevenson threw his stick at that puck. You're not allowed to do that. He's without a stick right now. It's in the corner. All right, so they pull the goalie right off the faceoff win. He was headed to the bench. Monsters center and score anyways. To Josh Dunn. It's 5-1 with 4:02 left. It's been all Cleveland here in game number 5, and they are 4:02 away from sending this series back to Hershey. Dunn has been a monster, and the Monsters have that 4-goal lead.
Yeah, that line has been great for them. 5-on-5, they've been able to really dominate play. And they're typically matched up against Hershey's top line right now, and they've, it doesn't really matter who they're playing against. That line's been great.
No stick for Stevenson, no way to seal the 5-hole. Done second of the game, and he gives his little shrug celebration. And it's been all Monsters. Give a ton of credit to Trent Vogelhuber's club, and it's going to be interesting to see what the next 4:02 brings. Because you got a frustrated group of Hershey Bears on the ice. Frustrated group on the bench. And right now, they're going to try to set the tone for game number 6 at Giant Center on Monday. Massey from the line. Left pad saved by Greaves. And there's Riley Sutter throwing a huge hit, and everyone going back at him. Sweezy gives Rabinski a shot instead. I think he just wanted to grab anyone in white. Sutter will change. Officials let him play. Rabinski hit by Zaboral. Doesn't want any of that. Angle off the glass and out. McElrath comes in and throws a hit on a shot. Offside called on Hershey. So Bears are beaten on the scoreboard, but they're not going to go down without giving a reminder that they're not done either come game 6.
No, that's exactly it. And that's, kind of what I touched on about the 7-minute mark is, what do you build off going back home? And obviously being down 4 right now with 3:20 left in the third period is not an ideal spot to be. But it's what do you build on? How do you, what message are you sending? Hey, you're coming back to our rink. You're coming back to play in front of our crowd. It's not going to be an easy one.
Cleveland bench sure has a lot of words right now towards the Hershey guys, and Dylan McElrath was making sure they heard him speak. McElrath again steps up, gives Angle a hit. Angle smacks him. McElrath says, fight me.
Scored by number 21,
Flipped in by the Monsters, or by the Bears, Breaker Pardon, behind the net. And up the left side, cleared back to center where LaPierre will collect. Elsewhere, Coachella Valley, they lead 5-1 with about 6 minutes left. They sure appear destined to be going back to the Calder Cup Finals. The Bears want to get there too, and ultimately it doesn't matter if you get it done in 6 or 7, as long as you get there. Nancy behind the net. That's a missed opportunity though tonight. Logan Day's drive, save made in front of the net. A Bear is down on the ice. And that's Matthew Phillips, I believe. He's down, laying flat. And out comes the trainer, Sean Fleazars. We got gloves to the face behind the net. Snively's lost his helmet. Phillips got buried in front of the goal, and he's looking to leak a little bit right now. Phillips down and in pain. There is a penalty on Cleveland. And everyone will be pulled away from the pile. The Monsters head to the penalty box with 2:32 left.
Yeah, it's something that you want to just kind of keep an eye on is, you don't need something to happen here where you don't get a play in game 6, right? So right now it's play within the lines, send that message, make sure that you send a stern one. But with that being said, it's, you can't do something that pulls you out of game 6.
Officials are conferring right now. Dunn and McElrath are in their kitchen chatting about it as well. High sticking is the penalty, and I don't think Phillips got cut there. There's a loose piece of shrapnel next to him that I thought was a little pool of blood. It is just a 2-minute penalty on Bjork, so my eyes mistake me on that one, but trainer Sean Fleazar came out to attend to Phillips, who was down laying with the crowd around him. So penalty to Bjork, power play to the Bears with 2:32 left, down by 4.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do here on the power play. Like I said, you just want to make sure nobody gets hurt. You want to make sure that everybody is able to play in that game 6 and send the right message. You're coming back home, like you touched on. That's why you play all season long, to have home ice advantage. You're going back home. Hopefully it's only for 1, but you got the ability there to play 2 at home if needed.
Game 6 will be Monday. Tickets available at HersheyBears.com, barring anything absolutely wacky in the final 2:30. Bjork for a high sticking, Cherniev, Rowe, Miroslachenko, Day, and Prisky on the power play. Billy Sweezy knocks down Miroslachenko. He's been picking on him all night. Prisky from the left circle, back to Day. Hogan opened the scoring, what feels like an eternity ago. Sends to Garrett Roll. Well, confidence booster to get one past Greaves. Flipped across, broken up by the Monsters. Clear to the line. Day will knock it down and keep it in. Little flipper blocked again. Day from his knees. Gets the puck to Rowe. Kane explodes on Cherniev. Sent to the far boards for Miroslachenko. Ivan Miroslachenko looks to the net, shoots, left pad saved by Greaves. Rebound through the crease. Rowe is after it. 100 seconds left. Logan Day at the point. Far side Miroslachenko, left pad save Greaves. Prisky in front. That won't go either. Greaves without a stick, scrambling. Rowe off the side of the net. Greaves down to all 4s. Miroslachenko. Today to Miroslachenko. Off the post and out. They couldn't buy a goal with a fistful of 50s right now. Rowe to the line, Day. He's got it. That's Greaves to the defense, and the post helping too. They've done everything but score. Stick goes flying out of the hands of a monster. That's going to be a penalty, and Prisky getting the work around right now. It's going to get ugly again as Sillinger and Rowe in a bear hug. Jet Greaves, the goalposts, whatever it takes. Still 5-1 Cleveland. And on their way to coming back from Hershey as we look at the work on the Reese's replay from Greaves, who saved his best for tonight, as well as game number 4.
Yeah, so we'll play some 4-on-4 hockey here. The Prisky penalty was in front of the net there. It was pretty big battle in front of the net, as you can imagine. Some pretty frustrated players out there, and like I said, trying to send that message, for Game 6.
1:06 left, 4 aside to end this one. The penalty to Prisky. Draw to the right of Clay Stevenson. And Monsters fans don't want this to be the last time that they are seeing their team. They're chanting Jet Greaves' name right now. Give him credit. The Bears picked him apart in game number 3. He surrendered the 5 goals, and they had an empty netter later. He surrendered the 5, and you're thinking, all right, they've got the book on him, and Greaves has really dialed in and come back with 2 great performances.
1 minute remaining in regulation.
Minute left in the 3rd period. It's all but over by the final score. This series is coming back to Hershey. We're going to need you, Bears fans. HersheyBears.com. Get your tickets. Bears have not lost on home ice. Keep that home ice advantage going. Chance to watch Hershey punch their ticket to the Calder Cup Finals. Yeah, they've lost 2 in a row. That's the first time it's happened all season. They still have to lose 4 in a row to lose this series. They want to get it done in game 6. Cleveland on a power play to end this game. And Hamid Aksel content to straighten it out. 20 seconds left in his own zone. They'll fling it all the way down the ice. Front of the net agrees. Savoza will leave it. Another big crowd here in Cleveland. They're on their feet. Their team was down 3-0 on the brink of elimination. They've won consecutive games. This series is headed back to Hershey. The Monsters take game number 5 and live to fight another day. Hershey leads the Eastern Conference Finals 3-2. But they'll head back home with a chance to end the series on Monday. It doesn't come tonight. 5-1, Cleveland wins.
Yeah, just a little bit disconnected for Hershey here tonight. You know, they weren't able to make, just even short